Just trying to
go like this. Was that better?
I'm just trying to help.
All right.
Are you Chuckle Fuck out enough?
No, I'm not, but we got to go. We're an hour behind, basically. So, 3, 2, 1. We got our first sponsor. We're super excited about it. Our music and audio is now brought to you by dSCRYB. If you're looking for just the right ambiance for your spooky dungeon crawl, check out dSCRYB's catalog of sound and music. If you're really looking to scare your players, then you can even use dSCRYB's narration tools as they perfectly describe the dungeon that you're about to enter. You pass the threshold of the storied place and find yourself in the first chamber. A hallway rampant with junk. Any carvings, statues, gnarled sconces on the walls have been obscured by the considerable piles of old and broken equipment. Slashed leather, frayed ropes, dented helms, soiled bedrobes, discarded by adventurers past, perhaps dropped in favor of plunder found deeper within. A trail cuts through the dragon's hoard of debris to the door that will lead you further in. You glimpse a skeletal hand hanging out of one of the mound's fingers, extending spider-like toward the door as if eager for spoils that might be left within. And if that's not enough for you, you can have access to pre-made maps, soundscapes, and their Foundry module to fit exactly what you're looking for on the fly. If this sounds as cool to you as it does to us, because we're really going to be using this in the future, it's super awesome, then you can use code DUNDER to get a 30-day free trial. That's code DUNDER at checkout. Links below. Thanks for listening, and thank you, dSCRYB, for checking us out and sponsoring the show. Welcome back to Dungeons and Dunderheads. We're playing through the Queen's Rooks campaign, our multi-year homebrew dealio, where our new angsty babies are trying to save the Elder Goth from her abusive boyfriend. My name's Andrew. I'll be your DM for the morning, afternoon, and evening, as we're going to be playing all the way until 7 p.m., until the end of this campaign, as we march on forward, kicking undead entities in the face and smiting those that do not believe.
I was expecting kicking and screaming.
So, joining me in this marathon are my intrepid band of friends. Say hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Olo.
Konnichiwa words.
So, all right.
I find that funny every time, and it really tells me that I'm not a mature adult yet.
I think last session you did another bad pronunciation, and then I followed it with Konnichiwa words, and then you just fucking
Died.
You're like,
All
I'm
right.
listening to them all as they come out.
So, starting with our epitome of virtue, Lizzie.
Me. Hello, I'm Lizzie. I'm playing Alyssa, the Depaxi Artificing Rune Knight, and I recently made some gauntlets and got to use them last session, and it was very fun.
This is true.
I have peaked.
The Lord of Rivers, Colby.
I'm Colby. I play Sayul, the Aqualad himself. I have anointed everybody here to be the MC Alyssa, MC Styx, and MC Kex of my royal court.
Speaking of, the MC of Kalimvor, Jeremy. I actually had that written down.
I am Jeremy, the MC of Kalimvor, apparently, and I'm playing Styx, the Owlin Grave Cleric. He has AC now. Sam.
And Dead Man Walking, Sam.
Me, Sam, the dead man walking, playing Kex, Soul Life, Hexblade, Rogue, who just killed kind of his nemesis, in a way. The girl of his dreams, if you think about it.
It's true.
Killed her viciously. Anyways.
Last we left off, you guys made it to Pawnee and then Teran Hajar, where you scrapped with Elder Mijlya and the forces of the Kabal. Normally, this is where I would say it was a knockdown, drag-out fight, but frankly, it wasn't. You guys unceremoniously kicked their fucking ass.
That was pretty tactical. They're done with their shit.
I enjoyed last combat very much. Personally speaking.
I'm sure you did.
I had a good time.
It was a pretty good. They had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
Yeah, the opening salvo from them was scary.
Oh, yeah, like,
That's hilarious. I literally have that. They got a decent opening salvo and even managed to keep the Titan of Artifice at bay for a little bit. But by and large, you guys mopped the floor with them. Alyssa throwing the corpse of Elder Mijlya at the fleeing mist of Inquisitor L to cinch up the victory after fighting off hordes of vampires, sticking glass golems, and more. We pick up now with you guys The front doors to all these houses finally cracking open to look out at the carnage. The people of Teran Hajar poking their heads out for a brief moment as the city square is literally filled with blood. There are corpses all around, and the lot of you standing there.
Good intro.
What the fuck?
Is that what that was?
What is that? What is that?
That shit is degrading. What the fuck?
We're getting fucking Pavloved.
Look at the screen. Does it look familiar?
That's the
Yeah.
where we bought.
Yeah. It's just a different perspective. It looks cool.
Really cool art from another perspective of the field.
Yeah. There's that barrel that stood up and grew legs and
Kicked people.
killed two people, but yeah.
Goomba stomped a vampire to death.
I was really excited to use that in a combat setting like that.
What was more iconic, the Salahammer Shamu or the Goomba Stomp giant barrel?
The Salahammer.
Never gonna live that down.
Nope.
He was fucking awesome.
We cast water walk. Fuck. It's a oh man. I just might as well have been cobble fucking stone. Yeah. Oof. It kept going down. You did not.
So, with that, the doing great already. It's gonna be a great day.
Coffee.
I have coffee as well as drink.
Drink Eddie.
Drink Eddie.
Never edgy.
The doors crack open, and poking their heads out are a few of the folks of Teran Hajar themselves. You see deep sunken in eyes, pallid skin, and the collection of folk here. They have Earth Genasi, men and women. They have Minotaur, Dwarf, humans, and even halflings, as well as some gnomes that are poking their heads out. Stonecaller? Where's Hassa?
I do not know. I am Sail of Teran Hajar.
There's an immediate recognition.
Big fucking deal right here.
We arrived minutes ago and saw you were under siege. Do you have any... I look for elders or somebody who actually looks like they know what they're doing, even remotely.
Stepping forward with a small Minotaur babe on his hip is this middle-aged Minotaur man. As he has one horn has been broken off. Looks fairly recent. He has a few cuts and wounds on him. The stone caller is my wife. She runs Teran Hajar.
I see.
My name is Moran. I thank you on behalf of our people, but you do not know where she is?
Question for Andrew. Is it a female or a male Minotaur in the water pools?
Up there was a male Minotaur.
Okay.
In the brief time I've been here, have I seen any female Minotaurs on the ground or in the waters?
Smatterings.
No.
Okay.
In fact, there weren't a ton of dead bodies when you guys showed up, except for the ones that you've created.
Just blood.
Okay. We haven't seen the stone caller.
Okay.
Can I go up to this anvil and start ritual casting identify on the blood?
Yeah, you can. As a reminder, this anvil operates essentially like a park marker, right? Out the top, not depicted here in the picture, because that would be way too insane to have a picture of something like this. The this tree, the pillar of Teran Hajar itself, coming up and out of the stone anvil itself, going up and above you guys. The tree is made of stone, and you see that there are what look to be like fruits, but they are made of gemstone and kind of speckled all throughout.
On the tree.
It reminds you of a stony warding tree.
And that's coming out of the anvil we were fighting around? Okay.
So it acts as this massive overhead. The reason that you have basic like lighting around here is that each of the crystals up above actually sheds light. So yeah, you start spending some time casting Identify, and after a few moments, while other people are chatting and the people are filtering out back into the city square itself, it is Blood of the Stonecaller. And Blood of the Stone Singer.
That's familiar. Who is the Stone? The Stone Singer was...
No.
He was the guy who made the rune.
Remember they said he was here?
Both of them are dead.
Can I look around to see if there's, for lack of a better word, any bits?
There are plenty of bits around you, none that seem to line up with who you're looking for. As a reminder, the river itself is filling with blood.
Yes.
Continuously.
From further upstream, not from here.
Oh.
Can I go fly over and try and see where it's coming from?
The Hardron River cuts through this area as you fly up above. It eventually leads into a... Excuse me, sorry. How'd I put it? A culvert that has been dug out by the water itself over time. You could try to fight your way upstream, but as it is right now, it'd be a bit of a challenge.
Okay. I guess I'll reconvene with everybody. I'm gonna just walk by Sail, and knowing that he'll probably notice, I'm just gonna hold my hand out with the blood and give him a intense look.
Picking up on that highly subtle motion.
And then I'm gonna walk past and go and see if anybody needs medical attention.
I believe we should tend to the people here, and then those who remain in charge should follow us to the headwaters of the river.
We can do that. Asa said that she was going to be trying to lead them into the Labyrinth and put an end to it there. I see that you've dealt with one of them, but there's another still.
There's more. Okay.
While all this is going on, Kex is going through the vampire bodies, but we can do that separately. This is more important.
Well, this is also doing other stuff too. So.
Yeah. So I need to make mentions of did we determine.
I will spend some time trying to help get the remaining residents together and towards probably the safest building we can.
As a reminder, Globe of Invulnerability only lasts for a minute. So you're coming up at the end of your time to keep Shatter in place.
It's Wall of Force, and it's formed into a globe. Not It's not a spell globe of invulnerability.
Hell yeah, dude.
So it's good.
It lasts for 10 minutes, and once I get kind of the kids and the civilians who probably don't want to watch us take apart this guy into a building, get the elders of the town around here and ask, what would you like us to do with this gentleman? As he's still stuck in the ball.
Yep, he's still trying to choose which way he's going to try and get out of this himself.
Mm-hmm.
A council of elders kind of forms around. You see the husband of Hassan and a few of the other ones kind of begin murmuring to one another. Is there any way that we could possibly use him to get the stone collar back? I don't...
We doubt he's going to be very...
Do you mean in exchanging a life for a life, or in a negotiation with the remaining forces?
Either.
Do not know if they have...
We already know that he's not going to be very willing to help. He wholeheartedly believes in whatever they're doing. So,
once we let him out of the ball, we will have to subdue him regardless. But we can attempt to use him as a hostage for negotiation if the stone collar is still alive.
I think that would be pertinent.
Okay. And once the 10 minutes start to wrap up, I'll try to get everybody around to just subdue this guy as fast as possible.
You see the elders kind of get together and do you all mind if we put a dome on this?
If it would make you feel better.
Well, just so there's no way he can go once the globe drops. And you'll see as they all essentially take a corner, they put their hands into the ground, and then there's as a hemispherical dome forms up around you guys. The dome reaches about 10 feet. 10 feet tall, about 15 feet in diameter. That should be enough, I think.
Okay. Question. For enthralling performance, where I perform for a minute and then I can choose for creatures to be charmed, it says I can choose 5 creatures that watched and listened to me perform for 1 minute. Could I target him through the wall of force with that?
As we rolled it last time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's basically...
No magical effects.
Yep. It's essentially total cover.
All right. The reason I ask is because it's transparent total cover. So it was for the sake of the performance. But
I would say if he couldn't be able to hear it, which I doubt he could inside there.
right. Well then, everybody, are we ready to get this guy to stop fighting as quickly as possible?
Mm-hmm.
So we did just confirm that he can't hear us. So, what should I try to do? Should I hit him with a charm or a suggestion, or should we just just hit him with a moonbeam?
Near the anvil, is there like a blacksmith?
I mean, you guys have just worked on getting people into one centralized location, basically the largest lodge house there is here. But moving out and about, there are several blacksmiths in this town.
Can I see if any of them have chains inside that they've like forged already.
Oh, they would have some. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up some chains and bring it over to the guy just in case.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything for prep? Ready a spell or a punch?
Just gonna get stabbed.
I thought I had hold person.
I have hold monster, but I don't think that counts.
He's only a monster on the inside.
If we are gonna fight another half of the forces, I am pretty fucking tapped.
Yeah, I don't
You'll
have...
definitely need to at least short rest.
I guess I'll ready a ray of enfeeblement if he decides to try and attack us.
Sure. All right. Well, as you guys are all prepping, getting ready, he can see you guys through this. So he understands vaguely what's going on. Mm-hmm. He can't hear you to determine like the timing of it, but you watch as he is stowed his bow. He has his hands poised. He's ready to do something.
Okay, does that change what I do?
I don't know, Jeremy. Do it be as it will.
I don't really think it does.
I'll take that bow off of him, though.
Does anybody have a D7?
Gotta give me some lead time if you want odd-sided dice.
Okay, just asking.
You could roll a d14 and divide it by half.
No, I just want to have something to keep track of the counter spell slots.
Would I have time to go through the bodies before this happens, or should that be after?
I'll tell you straight up. Inquisitor L had like a greatsword on him, and he is a smattering of pieces. There's not much to go through. The woman of your nightmares was a monk's soul knife.
Yeah.
She also has basically zero equipment on her, as well as the other vampires themselves and stuff. Basically, just had.
Wasn't necessarily looking for equipment.
What are you looking for?
Mementos, messages, things like that.
The majority of them were thralls, so they didn't like care much for that. And again, them all being primarily psionic in capability, kind of like you, they have no need to hold on to
Yeah.
pieces of articles and stuff like that. So largely, there's not a ton to go through.
How much of L is left?
Not a lot, honestly.
Is there this much left?
No.
No. Damn. I don't get to do anything cool with the business card.
You could scoop them up like a nacho on it.
Nah. Bruh.
That's how you ascend as a vampire, right? You eat the people that turned you.
Well, he didn't turn me.
This salsa spicy.
The salsa tastes depressing.
All right. Well, no, I'll just get. If there's nothing to find, nothing on the Nagpa.
No, much like the other ones, they have a staff, but they're primarily spellcasters.
I mean, we got 3 staffs now. Do you want to like
Yeah.
put them into one, Jeremy, and make a super Nagpa staff? Big Nagpa club.
I mean, it just seems like their focus is and
They're more,
bludgeoning tools. So
more like a walking stick, really. It's just kind of.
Actually, this one would have a grimoire on them.
I will grab that.
Leafing through it really quickly, you see that there are new spells in here that you guys are unfamiliar with.
I will show that to Sail later, after this guy's been dispatched.
With that, you all group up, chains in hand, and if I could, because I don't think anybody's going to be surprised with what's about to happen here, can I get a initiative roll from everybody?
Sure.
Why must you hurt me like this?
So I will do 25 to 20.
Wow.
18.
All right. 15 to 20.
18. Are you just waiting because like you got over 25?
I can't get over 25.
Yeah,
I have a +4.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any bonus to my initiative.
10
I
to 15.
usually roll pretty well for it.
Okay, so he goes first.
5 to 10.
9.
5. I rolled a nat 1.
Bringing the energy today.
Nope. Hey.
The elders go before you guys do. All right. Oh, actually, Alyssa goes before them.
Can I get a tactical reroll, please?
So, Sail, as the globe comes down, Shatter immediately points up and goes to cast a spell.
Counterspell.
Yep. Knew that was going to happen.
Who could have predicted that?
Yep. You'll go ahead and grab a second level spell slot as he was going to cast Shatter on the dome above him
Yep.
and try to drop it in on everybody.
Cringe named his spell after himself.
Okay.
Name himself after a spell.
You really think this guy named himself? With that, though, Alyssa, you're up next.
Cool. I'm going to grab our friend here, and then I am going to try to restrain him with the chains.
All right, go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Are you still big?
I am still big.
Does it last
I haven't rolled this
that
one for a
long?
while. Okay. And I just roll athletics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 20, 30.
16.
Okay.
So you grab him. He is considered grappled. You can try to restrain him on the next go around.
I have 2 attacks. Can I grapple and restrain?
No. Restraining is an action. In fact, technically, if you don't even have the grappler feat, you normally can't even do it.
Because you're so strong.
I see.
But yeah. All right, cool. After that, the elders will cast a collected mold earth and try to grab his feet.
Guys, fuck this guy.
Alyssa, as you have him, his feet are up kicking. He's not going to go down without a fight, as the elders just can't quite get it off quickly enough. Sail.
I'm checking each creature. All right, I can't. Sorry, I'm running low on shit.
Okay.
We're gonna do other stuff, so
You could just point and blank him.
I'm gonna make fun of him. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
It's like, what, the second or third time you've done that?
Ever, yeah.
What do you say to him?
Got Eldritch Blast. Why would you use Vicious Mockery?
Because
I'm
would give him disadvantage.
Tell that to Jeremy.
Vicious Mockery is really good.
I don't know. I'm just gonna call him.
Your toes have been stubbed.
Still fighting. Pathetic. I don't know.
He had a 14 on his whiz save for the record.
It's a... Yeah, it's a whiz save. So that was 9 psychic. He has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Saffron, she goes directly after you. We'll simply try polymorph.
Oh.
I don't know. You can just stop. So, disadvantage on the next save or
Attack roll.
attack roll. Okay. Well, that sucks. You got a natural 20. So, like, oh, you got to make it the hard way.
Do it.
All right. Sticks.
As funny as it would be.
Yeah, I guess Ray of Enfeeblement. Okay, so I just make a spell attack. I haven't used this actually, so does a 23 hit?
23 will hit, yeah.
Isn't it with advantage because he's restrained?
He's not restrained.
Restrained of the
On hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks, and that used strength until the end of the spell save. I'm just trying to make him dumb and worthless.
All right, and Kex. I'm just gonna stab him.
I'm gonna stab him. I would probably get flanking because Alyssa's behind him, holding him. Yep. Wow. Okay. Well, I can make it hit, but I rolled a 1 and a 2 for a total of 12 or 13.
That will miss.
Now it's 21.
21 will hit.
Okay. So we're not gonna play that game, bro. We're not gonna play that game. You're just gonna die. 6 plus.
You can probably use your mind knife if you want.
I am using my mind knife. 25.
25 points.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll definitely hurt.
Yep.
He was relatively unwounded that entire fight, though, because he was so far back.
33. Sorry.
Total.
Because adding the homing strike. I use that so rarely that I forget to do it.
No, I honestly thought up until like a few weeks ago that Soul Knife was homebrew.
No.
I was like, it feels homebrew.
Yeah. So as you go and grab him, Ravenfieldman goes off. The earth underneath you guys literally starts to move and shape as it is trying to grab his feet and drag him down. And Sayil just nerd.
Look at you, stupid.
Kex, a emerald dagger comes out, slamming him in the gut as he's going to. It is going to bring it to his turn. He's going to try and break out from Alyssa.
Good fucking luck.
It's going to be a contested athletics check on your part. I'll tell you right now, I just rolled a natural 20. So that is going to be a 30.
A 30? Okay.
A ranger with plus 10 to his athletics.
Acrobatics.
So that's 17 plus 6, and I'll go ahead and use some of those nice D8s for the strength.
Hell yeah.
So you're at 23?
17 plus, yeah, so 23. 5 would bring it to 28. And a 7 will bring it to
5.
35.
35.
Nope.
The arcane energy that he fed it just now crushes down on him even further as he's trying his best to break out. Alyssa, if you can beat him on this next contested check, because I'm assuming you're going to try and restrain him, we will be done with an initiative order. So that does make it your turn.
Oh, it's my turn now? Mm-hmm. Okay. Man. I wish I could counterspell somebody else.
Cast Silvery Barbs at 5th level.
Okay. Well, let's go for it. So restrain. And I can do that. I can try that twice or once with.
Once it's an action.
It's probably not gonna happen.
You have an inspiration or anything?
16.
12.
Oh, you don't have genius anymore?
I got my reaction back, so that might actually work. Let me check my character sheet.
Just did that math real quick. I'm like, that almost works.
Quick math.
I have 3 Flash of Geniuses left, so I will do that.
Okay.
So he is done.
Yeah, the chains wrap around him. You guys can hear the metal bending underneath Alyssa's grip as she pulls them tight. There is a snapping and cracking as you guys can actually hear his arms being squeezed from the outside in break as he just, after that pull and crack, you can feel his knees go out from under him.
I have permission to top myself off.
You wanted to... Not in front of the elders?
Okay.
You know, that might be a traumatic experience for them, considering what's been attacking them.
Just ask him. Just saying.
You guys have Shatter in your
All right.
grasp?
Damn.
What?
You're pretty fucking strong with those gauntlets on.
It's not just the gauntlets.
It's the gauntlets.
Yeah, it's the gauntlets.
I wasn't going to argue with you. I don't want to get punched.
Good call, good call. I would smite you.
Yeah.
So what are we doing with this guy?
Do you think I'd splash everywhere if I got punched too hard?
Depends if I throw you or not.
We find
Yeah,
out.
like the neck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, by the way.
Yeah, also, like, damn. Nice.
Yeah, well,
Good shot.
I didn't want to let that guy who brought down the entire inn
yeah,
get away.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
You got him.
So, what do we want to do with this guy?
Well, let's ask him some questions.
I mean, if you feel like he's going to answer, I'm sure.
Ring, ding, 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 ding. I'm doing enthralling performance. So I will charm him to get information out of him.
Okay. Does he make a save? Does he?
Yes. It's a
Ring, ding, ding.
wisdom save.
Ring, ding.
Spell save.
Actually, we went for Enthrall Plus, so there's no ads and it just succeeds.
That gave me psychic damage.
It's the next tier of subscription on D&D Beyond. They let you ignore saves for half your spells.
Hasbro would try. All right. He's going to fail with a 15.
All right. He is considered charmed until it for 1 hour or until it takes any damage. You attack it, or it sees you attack or damage its allies. After this point.
Good thing there aren't any left.
So, Shatter. What are they doing up at the headwaters of the river?
Well, can't talk about it here. They're here.
The elders?
And why are you hanging out with these guys?
They're very effective at what they do.
Charm is such a
Yeah.
wild thing.
They killed Mijlya. She killed Mijlya. What?
Mijlya attacked her first. If we're being fair.
Did he?
Many moons ago, in our homes.
Look, I've been with Mijlya for years. This is the first time I met any of these people.
Right?
What are you talking about?
My home looks exactly like this, on the other side of the world. It's named Teran Hajar. It was attacked by 3 of the Kabal.
Well, that's standard procedure, yeah.
Yeah. You understand why that would affect me, though, right? Your friend.
Well, yeah, but like you shouldn't be living there.
Love charm.
So is there... Why shouldn't I be allowed to live at Teran Hajar?
Well, I mean, they're antithetical to the cause.
Right. How old is the cause?
Dude.
How many centuries?
Dude.
I feel like it's a reasonable question. That's just a matter of history.
I don't want to talk about it with them around.
You want me to move everybody?
Would everybody mind stepping outside of the dome for just a second so I can talk to my friend here? X?
We're already
Okay.
good.
The elders will... A passageway will open up. And then... close.
Would I be able to ascertain if like I broke his arms and if there's like any like risk of him like leaving the chains before I just drop him?
I mean, there's always risk.
Okay. Can I figure out what that risk would be?
Like how likely it is for him to break out as
So you guys break bones and stuff all the time. You've tied him up, and you got like what? It was a 23 total, was it? Or
So
30.
chains are a DC 20 to break.
She rolled a 35 to.
But I broke his arms, it sounded like. So I'm trying to figure out if, like...
above table, there's no mechanical benefit for that. It's you guys deal with broken bones and stuff all the time, and so do they. So it'd be a DC 20 check. It'd be probably fairly difficult for somebody like him to slip out. He does not seem to be the strongest.
I was gonna offer to, while everybody's moving out in the shuffle, stealth and stay inside here just in case.
Okay. I'll go ahead and...
There's
down.
nothing for you to hide behind in here. There's no cover to stealth with.
Oh, it's not dark.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but it's line of sight.
I can still pass through the wall if I need to. So.
Yep. I got it, guys. I think he's smart enough to understand that the chains are keeping him sound of body right now and making it so nobody else feels the need to keep hitting him like a few seconds ago.
Okay, well, holler if you need me. I'm gonna go do some other stuff.
Yep.
So, as you all exit on out.
And I'm just radio broadcasting this conversation.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
So back to our earlier conversation. I understand them being here might have made you uncomfortable, but really, how old is the cause?
It longer than I know. It's been millennia.
Okay.
But why are you hanging out with them, man?
Because they're really good at what they do.
What are you trying to do?
The place I live,
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep living there. We've been living there longer than you've wanted us to not live there.
You could just... We're making a new one. You can move there.
Yeah, but the atmosphere is so-so at best with the way they do the planning there. You know, it's not really aesthetically pleasing, we'll say.
You're worried about aesthetics?
Yes.
That sounds ridiculous, man.
So does attacking my home because you think you have a perfectly good reservation for me in the shithole. I mean, Shadowfell.
I mean, you don't have to go there, but...
But we can't stay in our home.
Well, I mean, stay at your own peril, I guess.
Okay.
Like, I don't want you to, but...
So what are they doing up at the headwaters of the river right now?
Let's see, their stone collar bitch was being an issue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, they sent Andrew needs to go look at names really quick. They sent Rian and Ketchel to go, move her out.
Okay. So she's up at the headwaters, resisting.
As far as I know, yeah, probably.
Through the link, I'm gonna say, is there any elder or matron attached to those names?
Probably ask Bastion.
So who of the elders or matrons is up at the headwaters?
Elder Ketchel.
Elder Ketchel. Okay. Sorry. What is the Labyrinth? I heard somebody mention that.
Oh, they got... Teran Hajar has like a bunch of tunnels and stuff around.
I see. So the Labyrinth goes down to what they actually want out of Teran Hajar.
No, they just wanted to break the tree.
Right.
But they were... really... I'll admit, there's been some serious opposition here. Stonecaller, she may be on the other team, but I got to give props where they're due.
Mm-hmm.
She is a tough broad.
Yep.
So, her and her warriors have been fighting us pretty tooth and nail the entire time.
Probably because they want to keep living in their house. Yeah.
Listen, like, you can always build a different house somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
This needs to go.
I see. Anybody else got any questions mentally?
What were they doing with the water?
Why do you need all this blood spread everywhere? Is that helping weaken the tree?
Well, yeah, it wasn't up until recently that we even made it to the city proper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're a pretty big opposition, so whenever we caught one, we just bleed them into the water and hope that, you know, the inherent necrosis from it would weaken the root system bit by bit. So by the time we got here, we could just shatter it.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Who is with the matron? What kind of forces are with her? Or is it just her and her keeper?
How many more are with the matron? More golems and vampires, or keeper?
Originally, but like I said, the Stonecaller lady, she's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many of them are left. The last couple of times we went in to go check in with them, their numbers had dwindled quite a bit.
And what about the stone singer? Little gnome guy.
Yeah, he came in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
With the thunderclap.
Yeah, you know, we thought, well, we didn't know he was on a Teran Hajar, you know, in the Mist Sea when that went. But apparently, you know, he bounced to the Fae, and then from the Fae, when that place apparently fell, I don't know, he bounced here to check in on them. That was the first time we went to go check in.
Yeah, resurrecting that turtle was quite an endeavor for us.
Why?
It's somebody's home. Just because you want to build a road or whatever the fuck through it because you think your construction project's more important doesn't mean their home isn't important anymore.
Yeah, we have homes on the other side too.
Nobody's building a road over your home.
Yeah, what if I really felt the need to turn the Enduin Empire into a new pillar? So you guys should all just move.
Well, we'd fight you about it. Hey, I'm not saying I don't get it. Like, I do, but I think you'll find it's a losing fight.
Yeah, Enduin did look really scary.
Yeah, he did.
It's going to be a scrap.
You're going to go fight him?
That's kind of the logical end goal. You know, we go through all the birds and all their keepers, and we go and fight the big tantrum man himself.
I don't think I can talk to you anymore. Like, I like you, but...
All right. I think that's fair. I'm going to see about, because you've been so kind to me, I'm going to see about trying to negotiate something for you. Mentally, I'll ask the elders. I'll tell you guys to ask the elders, like, it sounds like the Stonecaller's alive. There's still resistance up there. I think we need to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, kill him and move on. I don't think there's even any debate.
Do we need to fight them today? I say, with a lot of scruff falling off of me.
Yes.
I think we need to take an hour maybe, and then go get him.
Okay.
I'm not happy about it either.
I'm pretty good. I can move on ahead and see how things are going while you guys rest.
Can we
I think that's a really good way for you to get killed again, so maybe
Can we
don't.
use the water?
Just gonna scout. I wasn't gonna jump in the fight.
I'm going to drown him.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I'd rather use him.
I was saying, what, can we use the water to go to the head of the water?
I'd probably use
your river boy or aqua lad or whatever you keep calling yourself.
Yeah.
As a point, I would check the wording of your new abilities. Teleporting around is 100% something you can do. That is a once-a-day thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know.
Can he call on other people to come and teleport us?
6 creatures.
He did before, but it's got to be the river's denizen.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see.
So
mud,
it's already been used here.
yeah, mud dude's tapped.
Okay, so the river guy can do it once as well per day, basically.
You call on them to travel through it.
Oh, it's
So-
both of us doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you have a once-a-day ticket purchase through whatever entity it is.
So I can't do that today.
Okay. Well, we got to figure out what to do with this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna drown him.
I can.
It's a wee bit morbid.
Okay. I know you're all like, I'm the prince and like I am from Teran Hajar and all this, but like you called a court, you killed somebody. Like let's tone it down with the death, okay? Let's not kill too many people.
All right.
This guy's gotta die.
Do either of you want to make a case for Telosival or this guy?
Telosival is kind of a lost cause at this point, but
Was there really a case for keeping her?
I don't know. We could have asked her questions, I guess, but I don't know. I don't really have a horse in that race. I'm just maybe let's just not kill everything that walks.
We can't just leave this guy here.
No, but maybe they want to hold him accountable for what he did.
Killing him would hold him accountable.
If the elders have any preferences on what to do with him, if they'd like to keep him prisoner, but I do not believe a hostage exchange would work for these people. He would rather kill himself than negatively affect their cause. And at about 45 minutes, he's going to realize that he did just spill everything that I asked him for information for, he just gave to me readily.
So killing him before that happens is honestly a kindness.
Sticks will ask elders.
Do you guys have a prison? What do you prefer?
Those that break the rules of Teran Hajar are sent to the Labyrinth.
Does anybody make it out?
Yes. They wander, and by the time they come back, they have sought atonement.
This man will not seek atonement.
You leave him in there long enough, he will.
I don't think he's worth the risk. Kill him and be done with it. We fought too hard to just have an enemy like this right in front of us and just let him go. Let him atone. Like, no.
Styx and Alyssa, I believe you two are more morally inclined than us. I would like to respect your reticence to kill him.
It feels wrong because we have him in a position of indefensibility.
I'm just saying the whole drowning thing is fucked
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
Okay, but would you prefer killing him a different way?
Just right.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
But I think that it really should be ultimately up to the elders.
They say send him to where our enemies are.
Yep.
And then let him find an inner peace
and
that he will not find.
I don't feel comfortable leaving him there till that's dealt with for them to then just also send him there afterwards. He just needs to kill him, be done with it, and move on. I don't. If you didn't have him restrained right now, he'd still be trying to kill us.
And then I would kill him.
Exactly. So him being restrained shouldn't change anything.
I mean,
If he could kill you right now without his arms, he would.
it feels wrong to me.
You don't have to watch.
Just saying.
There is something to be said about trying to be kinder than our enemies.
We went through Guildrow's legal system for some horrible things, and we accepted the consequences of that.
Yeah, and
If this place has a system of what they do, then just think that's how it should be done.
Can I imprison people in my court?
Can you?
I feel like we have to have a drunk tank in the bar. Right.
So, it would be a use of your
Oh.
current stride, but you could send him to your court, and you do not have anybody there to greet him, per se.
Right.
Though you could send Saffron along with him.
So,
And it's one of those things, you must appoint people to your court.
right.
So if you want people there that are in charge of that, you have to give them the job to do so.
Okay.
If you want Saffron to look after your court for you, you can 100% do that. All you need to do is say so. And the next time you have the ability to send people there, you can send her alongside him. And she, due to you appointing her, will have limited control over your domain.
Okay, so to clarify my abilities, because we haven't done this so far,
It's a little amorphous.
yeah, going to my court takes my once a day thing. And would leaving my court also then take my once a day thing?
Sending people to your court would be your once a day thing.
You going yourself.
You can go for free because it's basically your little demi-plane.
Okay.
You can just go.
Bringing people with me also takes the once a day?
Bringing people with you, also free. But you can't use it as a fast travel hub by any means.
Forcibly sending somebody there
Quick question.
takes a charge.
So if he just filled his court with a whole bunch of people that as soon as somebody like pops up there, they just get instantly killed.
Yeah.
And, like, can you force somebody to go?
That's essentially what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just asking if it's a banish with that, where like there's basically people on the other side that could be just assassins there to.
Yeah. You could.
I guess you could. Mechanically, yeah. I think that's a little antithetical to the fun of the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's optimizing the fun out of the game.
I'm probably not going to turn my little getaway into an assassin circle beat. Like,
We can make a little side pocket. Where
I feel as though a small prison is reasonable. A headsman's court, maybe not so much.
not
Come on,
satisfied.
you don't want to make
Part of
me
the reason
an
that I'm asking
executioner.
is because now that I know this exists as like a demi-plane, I'm assuming that other people could also do the same thing. So, yeah.
Worried about what we would be affected by our enemies.
Yeah, because like, could Enduin just send me to his court in the middle of a fight?
Well, I have to do it through a river, so I'm assuming there is usually some sort of mechanism or apparatus.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right.
Sending somebody forcibly would be a use.
Yeah.
Taking your friends to your court, that's free, though. It's kind of like the genie bottle thing. You can hop in there for free with your friends, all that kind of stuff, but you come back out exactly where you were.
Right.
If you wish to travel with it, that's the
Okay.
cost.
how does charm affect that if they think that they're your friend? Is it just like them willing, like,
I was about to.
yeah.
You're friends, but he logically understands you guys are on two different sides of this conflict. He doesn't want to go.
Okay.
Especially now.
All right.
I-
Well, I can't imprison him in my bar.
No.
I actually look at him like, all right. So you understand, like, logically why I don't feel like I can send you to the Labyrinth or to any of the other matrons, right?
I didn't even realize going to the Labyrinth was an option.
The elders think that's their version of legal punishment, is sending you to the Labyrinth so that you can find a moral inner peace and then come back and seek atonement.
Well, we don't know. We don't know if it's some like magical thing because we're in magical land.
No, these guys are just hippies.
Aren't druids also hippies?
Yeah, but they're like,
magically.
Druid magic?
yeah, I think it's him finding inner peace as opposed to it being imposed on him.
Yep. Does he want to try and atone, or would he rather just get killed?
Yeah, so their system would be send you into the wilderness for you to change your mind. You get why that's not going to happen. You're not going to change your mind. I have a bar. It's either that or kill you. Send you to the bar, give you a room, give you alcohol and food, don't kill you.
He did say he doesn't want to talk to you anymore.
Or we have to kill you.
Let's be done with it.
All right. He wants to die.
All right. I got you.
Okay.
Quick.
Make it fast.
Yep. I'll just pop back in. Hey.
Are you talking with the elders about it? Are you just phasing through? Are you?
Oh no, I'll say, hey, can you let me back in?
No.
He has
Send him to the labyrinth.
He has requested death.
Yeah, he's requested death.
I do not care.
Fine.
The labyrinth might be where the other people are at. We don't have time to send him to the labyrinth. We have to go off and fight the rest of what's going on here.
You misunderstand the labyrinth.
Enlighten me.
When the elders send people to the labyrinth, it is not the physical place.
They aren't just hippies. That was wrong.
All right. What would you sending him to the labyrinth
Is board?
entail right now?
We have enough of us here. We would take him to the mouth of it, push him in, and the stones will close.
How
It will
far?
reopen,
How
and
far?
he will be gone.
How far away?
Right here.
All right, fine. Sahil, they're not going to let me kill him. They're just
All
going to
right.
push him in the labyrinth.
All right. We're sending you to the Shadow Zone. That sounds too similar to your actual home. We're sending you into the labyrinth because they're refusing to let us kill you. So you might reunite with your friends at the kindness of your enemies' hearts.
I'll bear it in mind.
Yep.
All right.
All right, well, he's ready. Drop the dome. Do what you must with him.
Yeah, man.
In head, I didn't realize we were still mind linked, but I'm gonna tell the rest of everybody. Like, by the way, the blood is the Stone Singers, and it is the Stone
Caller.
Caller. We need to get up there. I checked the mouth of the river cavern or something, and it's coming from there. Not something I could just fly and go and check. So
Okay.
we gotta be quick.
Well, let's
Fucking go.
Yep. Have them seal them off. Have them help us go the direction we need to go, and then let's go.
Okay.
All right. See, they will. They'll take hold of him. After a few moments, you see they wrap essentially a blindfold around him. They take out a brand, and they brand a crescent to his forehead.
Like a moon.
I want to take his shit before they do this. If they'll let me.
I mean, do they send people?
There's enough of you guys. They could. He has a ring of spell storing, which he'd already used.
Okay.
He has Zephyr armor, studded leather.
What does that do?
It allows you to cast Wind Wall
Ooh.
once a day.
That's pretty cool.
So he could attack through it, but you guys wouldn't be able to attack him. But nobody tried to. So until Bastion got right up face to face with him.
Yep.
And he has a longbow of conflagration.
And it was,
Flag. Grat.
I think
Best I can.
that's something maybe we can give to a fellow feathered friend.
I see you're just trying to farm for your other character. I get it.
No, I would never do that.
Farm gear, give it to lower level. I got you. It's fine.
Can I like
Bold of you to complain about.
Bold.
Can I like dimension door it to Hush.
That's not how that's
500
works.
feet and also not a creature.
Wait, what's the?
I'm gonna get him. Animate object.
Yep.
Well, I moved it.
All right.
Animal messenger big enough to hold the bow and bring it to him.
Animate object, cast fly on it, fly to Hush.
Hey, Lisa, can I borrow your tiny servant? He's going on a journey to the Draco Regnum.
I'm still waiting to find him. I haven't had time to go look for my tiny servant.
These might be
Actually, at this point in time, walking up to you, I believe in you, kiddo.
Thank God. I'm glad someone does.
It has just holds onto your ankle.
I'm also gonna go up to Alyssa. I'm gonna be like, we were right.
All right.
And sometimes it hurts to be right, you know?
And they will essentially in Teran chant. They two of them grab a side of the doorway. You watch as the stones close and then reopen. They push him through and then it reopens and he's gone.
Nope.
Well,
Got the reference.
so is it like, has nobody come back without finding atonement?
Not that we know of.
Are there people that were sent like ages ago and are still seeking atonement?
When used this way, the labyrinth provides. You will last until your natural end, and at least we presume your natural end.
Okay.
You're going indefinitely, either until you're an asset or you're dead.
All right.
Have you come back from the labyrinth?
The physical space, yes.
Not what you did with him.
The mental space, no.
All right. We need to figure out how to get to the head of this waterway. That's where the fighting is happening.
See, they all kind of like look at each other like, eh.
If you could offer advice or quicker passage, then we have a better chance of bringing back the Stone Singer and the Stone Caller.
They all kind of like stop and they think about it. Most people that go to the islands, right, the Teran Hajar, Teran Hajar, all of them, they live there pretty much indefinitely. The Labyrinth being a means of defense because they don't want to have people like untoward come to them as they kind of like start to talk about it. The reason the Stonecaller called them to the Labyrinth is that it's at her control, or was.
So she took everybody into the labyrinth to fight them in the labyrinth.
That could traverse the labyrinth. It is a living, breathing thing. The stones do not stay the same.
Do you think the stones would want to help us get to them?
If you could speak with Hajar, perhaps.
I have spoken with several turtles up to this point. I can try speaking with Hajar. Do you know where their face is?
Through the labyrinth.
I see. Yeah, right. Gotcha. Got anything else for talking to the thing I'm standing on?
You try going through the tree.
From your experience with Teran Hajar, the trees were implanted in the turtles afterwards, but they've kind of grown a symbiotic relationship, as it were. They refer to, like, Teran Hajar refers to both the turtle and the tree.
Right.
So they're quasi the same thing.
Worth a shot. I can try and bridge the gap.
Sorry, I think for some reason my D&D Beyond signed me out, so I haven't been able to like edit half my shit until just now. I can try speaking to the tree.
Yeah. Try that first, and I can try to bridge the mental gap if you can't reach him.
Yep. I think that's probably the way to do it.
Sticks will mention. Yeah, I took sending, by the way.
if we need to. I don't know. We've never tried sending with.
I wouldn't do it to the turtle if I was gonna maybe recommend doing it to the stonecaller, but you don't know them. You don't know this turtle either.
Well, we
I do
met
know
the
the Stone
turtle.
Singer.
You do it, yeah. You could do that to the stone singer.
You could sending the singer, yeah.
Let's try and talk to the turtle first, or tree. If we can't get anything out of that, then maybe do that.
Do you have the staff on you?
It's over there.
All right. You guys want to pick apart the place? You eat your vampire parents.
Oh no, they just sent my food away. So
I think you had some stuff you wanted to do about looking around the area.
Yeah.
Sticks, you want to bless some
Gather
people.
your dead.
Yeah.
Gather your dead.
Go do that thing I do and talk to an inanimate object for a while.
I'll be near Sael just in case he needs my help with the bridging the gap.
You guys see as you guys been dealing with this Bastion left with the children, essentially. And he's been kind of mother-henning them. Some of them crying, that kind of stuff. You see as Bastion has taken some time and healed a few of them.
Okay.
Marking off some spell slots on his side, but has been of assistance.
Okay.
Cool.
Good.
Really quick. Alyssa, what are you trying to do?
So first I want to find the staff, and I just want to identify it.
Sure.
And see if there's anything unique about this one that might be helpful for us in our next fight.
Yeah. It is the what would it actually be called? It'd be like the cursed staff of the Nagpa. Or in this case it'd be the staff of the Raven's End.
Okay. Would I be able to identify if there's intent in the crafting of this weapon?
Intent how?
Intent in the way that I made my gauntlets.
I see what you're asking. Give me an Arcana check.
Well, it's a good thing I still have some Flash of Geniuses. 18.
18.
You get a 3?
Yeah,
I have one left now.
I know. I'm marking it down every time I use it.
So you take some time looking over in your hands and realize the makeup of these staffs are old and ancient. The actual bones fixed atop them should have turned to dust long ago. Though there is runes and things just subtly etched. There's no real point where the skull stops and the staff begins, because they seem to almost meld into one another, and you realize that there's been wood grafted around what is probably a human spine.
Metal as fuck.
Looking throughout it and kind of thinking about it, you press in and start to feel about. You can feel where each of the nodules of the spine should be, the vertebrae. There's again another sigil, another sigil, another sigil, down, down, down. And yes, this was crafted with intent. This is crafted with an oath against the Raven Queen.
Okay.
To that end, those attuned to it must be of evil alignment. It's one of the only times that alignment actually matters in this game. And they must, the player class would be of either wizard or cleric.
Okay. What effects does it have?
It essentially acts as a +2 spell focus, as well as this is what empowers them to shoot those death beams. So the 7d6 worth of necrotic damage they do comes from this staff. That's why it's not a spell. It is simply a attack.
I see. Is there any metal in the use of this crafting?
There is not.
would I, because I've seen a couple of these staves now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything about if they're used in conjunction together, like in a ritual?
It doesn't seem to be.
Okay.
Though each one of them is different. Looking at them, you realize each of the skulls fixed atop, they are not uniform. Oftentimes they are of a different species.
Would I be able to ascertain if this is their spines and their bones from when they were human?
It's a great question. And would you be able to ascertain? No. That might be something Alyssa just sticks in her back pocket and thinks about, because she's not quite sure what the curse was that happened on them.
I'll make a mental note to ask Styx his opinion about bones later.
Pretty cool.
Bones? Sick.
What this is used for, I hate it. But is that metal as fuck? Yeah.
All right, give it to Styx. I'm going to attune to it.
You're an evil cleric?
It's the only way to become a death cleric.
You go Death Cleric. We already had somebody go Oathbreaker. What evil bard is there?
Dirt
All of
singer?
them.
Dirge Singer.
You don't want to see the evil artificer.
Looking at him.
I've been toying around with the Endwin Inquisitors. I think are going to be DMG, quote unquote, classes. That's gonna be the bad guy rogue, the quintessential bad guy rogue.
Okay, so after
They wish there was.
identifying that and kind of just wondering how it was made, I think Alyssa would try to figure out what this forge is used for, and the slag that was created from dropping the elemental into it. She wants to inspect it a little bit further.
Also, just a really quick point. Identify would identify if the item was made by a spell. Was that made with a spell?
It was not.
Okay.
Bound by the curse and an oath.
But if it's a special curse or something like that, it could be a spell. I just was thinking about that, so.
The forge just seems to be a forge. It seems to be a large one. Of all the pillars, this one seems to be the most industrious, as they actually have more than just like basic crafts and things going on here.
It's amazing.
Finally.
The people around here, like I said before, like the Minotaurs have like specialized like horn caps. They have jewelry. They have metallurgy in and throughout this place. They do not seem to have the same disdain for metal as some of the other pillars and druidic focused people you have met have.
Okay.
Right. So it is simply just a forge. It's just a very large one that's communal.
I see. Is there a mold in the place where like all the, I guess like where it melts down into? Is there a mold?
No.
Okay. Is there any nearby?
Yeah, there are a few molds here. They have things from like bracelets, rings, horn caps, like I mentioned before. They even have other basic things, just like plates, things like that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm going to try to do something here, and like I want to make sure that it's actually kosher. So, the slag from the golem. The golem was made out of like Stygian glass, I think is what we said. Okay. So the slag is like still that glass is just like now
Pooled. Yeah, it's pooled and shattered and broken.
If I were to heat this up, could I make really crude like glass baubles or something by like blowing the slag glass?
Make me an Arcana check.
Lizzie about to make the coolest bong ever.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You could repurpose this glass, though you're fairly certain at this point in time it is just glass.
I just wanted to make something that if I threw it at somebody, it would embed glass in them.
Not the same way. The magical properties, when the golem shattered and died, went with it. So when you sent it through the smelter, the magical essence that made it Stygian glass left.
Damn it.
And it is just glass now.
So I don't have like something that I could use to prevent healing. It's just...
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right.
That tends to happen when you throw it into a massive forge.
I was not going to let us farm that way.
I was thinking that would be a way to process it. And in the middle of the fight, I was like, okay.
Lizzie thinking 10 steps ahead.
Okay. And that's going to conclude what I wanted to do.
Cool. All right. So you wanted to talk with a tree.
Yes.
I would make a point to try and give the little horn cap I found at some point. Yeah. To back to somebody. Hey, we found this on the way down.
The man that you guys have been speaking to primarily looks at it with kind of a wry grin as he looks at his broken horn.
I didn't find the other bit. Sorry.
That's fair.
But
I appreciate it. I'll keep it as a memento.
be good for your child when they grow up. Sorry.
Good. All right. I will cast message at the tree and speak in primordial, basically. Teran Hajar. I am Sail, the River Prince of the Court of Teran Hajar. We have come here to help you, the Stone Caller, and fight off those who have invaded this place and your home. Can you help us meet with the Stone Caller to save her in the Labyrinth? Absolute legend. 10 out of 10 max phone.
How's it every time? Every
I went back and it still was playing the sound when it was the app gone. I'm mad. I sit in Fairy and listen to reels. I'm sorry. I forget to turn my volume off.
You ask of Teran Hajar, and coming back to you, you've spoken with Teran Hajar, who has this deep, bassy tones.
Goddamn deep voice, yeah.
Teran Hajar sounds like stones crossing over one another.
Mm-hmm.
It is something I cannot do service to.
Yep.
I am the Labyrinth. I can assist in trying to move some of the pillars and stones to better guide you, but the Stonecaller's staff has been taken from her, and they use it as a guide themselves. It hurts quite a bit, but I greet you, River Prince. My sibling speaks highly of you.
Well, hopefully we can reunite you soon. I will speak to my party. We may take an hour, and then we will enter the labyrinth with your guidance.
There are places I can no longer see or feel. I can get you there, but after that you will be on your own. I know not why I cannot see or feel. It does not hurt as much as the stones and tunnels moving do. It is simply gone.
Concerning. Very well. I'll let you know when we hope to go, if you could get us as close to the stone colors as you think they are as possible.
I will do my best.
All right. I'll go to get up, and then I'll think for a sec, and I'll message back. Is there anything you would like to impart to the rest of the people of the town?
Let them know to prepare, as we will be going to the Fae. If you cannot get the stone collar, we will be leaving soon.
Very well. I'll stand up. I'll look to the elders. Teran Hajar wishes you to prepare to move to the Fae. We will go and see if we can find the stone collar, and if not, you will be leaving soon.
They begin to murmur together, like, can he just do that? Well, yes, he's the island. Of course he can just do that. Like,
He says that the staff has been taken from the stone collar, and he can no longer see portions of them.
that is concerning.
Yes.
More the staff itself. It is the appointment of the stone caller. The one that wields it is the stone caller.
We would like to collect ourselves for probably an hour or so, and then we will make our way.
So at this point in time, you see the elders kind of disperse quickly. They go into their homes, their houses. They collect food. They collect like clean water. They bring it out to you guys. Things to clean yourself with and try to make you comfortable as you recollect, reconvene, as they understand what is going on. They then, after that, quickly go into working mode. They gather everybody. They begin to try and clean the square as best they can. Mm-hmm. A, just for hygiene's sake, but B, they don't want to bring the kids back out to a square that is covered in possibly their
Kin.
Their kin. Yeah. The corpses of the vampires, they kind of like look towards you guys. We can ship them down river, as it were. We can burn them.
Burn
We can
Burn them.
Yeah.
Well,
The Master of Ceremonies will direct how best to handle.
I can make sure that they do not come back in any capacity, and then you guys can deal with them as you normally do.
please.
Okay. We'll gather the dead, and then cast ceremony.
The able-bodied men and women start to leave, and they start dragging corpses into a pile, essentially.
I will make a point to do them separately for the foes and the people of their village, any of them that may have perished.
I will try to contact Hadron, my brother, and to help him, I'm going to ask him to try to condense the blood and contamination as much as possible into one area.
You call for Hadron, and from the river itself, you see this kind of amorphous shape start to come up and out. The last time you saw him, he was kind of muddy, filled with silt that is common around this area. He's taking on a bit of an iron tinge at this point. He's I keep trying to move it. I'm trying to keep it, like, honestly, I'm trying to get it out. And it's I don't know how there's so much of it.
We are at the headwaters, right?
Yeah, he's basically, not the headwaters where they're keeping, where you believe the stone collar is, but like the river in the city itself.
Right.
He is like kind of risen out of it and he's now talking to you.
Okay. So the actual headwaters where we think the stone colors is in the labyrinth itself, and it comes out through here.
Yeah, Styx flew up and he couldn't get to it.
Yeah, they are likely performing some sort of horde experiment in the labyrinth itself.
Well, I feel sick, so.
I was going to offer to attempt to destroy water on the most condensed portion of the blood and essence if you were able to get it together in one spot for me to do that. But
You watch him as you are a river spirit yourself now. Mm-hmm. You understand inherently that he should be able to call on portions of it, but where the blood is, he puts his hand out and goes to lift it. It does not respond. Mm-hmm. Water around it does. It does not. It is like a magical dead zone.
They've been doing this consistently. Okay. I'm going to attempt to assist him. I'll expend an inspiration, and I will try to help guide him because he can't use the water to essentially collect everything he can't touch at the very bottom of the riverbed so that then I could target it. And like walk him through. I've messed with something like this before. The essence is you inherently cannot touch it or interact with it magically. You have to kind of part around it and treat it as though it is foreign and not of us. Allow it to sink to the bottom.
He will do this. You see, he ventures in, and there's a struggle as the blood that is melding with the water itself. He is trying to parse what is his and what is not. Mm-hmm. What does he have control over? What does he not? And there's a significant amount of concentration that is required as he starts to part and move. As he does that, it's almost like you can see it filter exactly like you said, down. Mm-hmm. The clean water is going up, and the blood settling down to the bottom, creating this disgusting coagulated mess at the bottom of the riverbed. But you can see it.
I'm going to attempt destroy water on the contaminated areas because I feel like that is what I got appointed to do as the new River Prince.
You know, spend some time over the course of the hour getting as condensed as possible, and you realize that the spot is getting bigger and bigger, right? As you're working on this, and eventually he's like, I think, oh, this is starting to feel really bad. Can you, as you reach out, can you please give me a spell casting check?
31.
31.
Yeah. 18 plus 13.
You reach forth and rip it out like a tumor. It rips up out of the water before you watch it compact in on itself, creating this tiny, tiny little orb of so much density of iron and weight before you finally turn it to dust. And you watch your brother takes a knee into the water itself as you watch a portion of him disappear. Mm-hmm. But the red color does not return. At least not immediately.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sorry, I can't do more right now. I have to go stop them from continuing to make it worse and worse.
That really hurt. But I get it.
It's gonna I have to keep doing something similar for the River Lenrin.
Are you just gonna keep that name, or?
I don't know. It feels I'm not sure if it feels weirder to change it or to keep it.
Suppose you could ask the people that live there how they feel about it. You kind of moved in
suddenly and unplanned.
Hey, I'm not. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right.
You know, I wasn't always here.
Oh. Were you born in the labyrinth, and that's where your headwaters is, or is that not how it works? Or was the river here first?
You see, he has to stop and think about it. I feel like the water wasn't always here.
Mm-hmm.
And this may... No, sorry, I was really young. I remember now. It's when the council heads got together. The Teran heads, they got together for a meeting, and Teran Hajar was complaining about the people constantly needing water.
Mm.
And since they were so far down, it was hard to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So they made a deal, and Mom seeded them a river.
So you got assigned here. Millennia ago.
Well, I was not, then I was.
Yes. Interesting. Okay. Thanks for explaining that. Just curious.
Yeah. So is that like Teran Hajar, my dad?
Kind of sounds like it.
But like that means no, I don't want to think about them.
Did we have any like steam rivers assigned to the fire pillar at any point? Any hot springs or?
I don't know. Kind of just been here.
Fair enough. Sorry to keep asking you random questions.
That's okay. That's how you get to know each other.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what's it like being fleshy?
It sucks. Generally not a fan. Yeah.
Have you tried not being fleshy yet?
Recently, yeah. It was only after I stabbed myself in the heart that I kind of figured out, like, oh, skin stuff's overrated.
So does that hurt?
It hurt a lot then, and it hurt a lot when one of my friends ripped it out, but, you know.
So are they spirits too, or?
No, they're still fleshies.
You're all flesh bags.
Yep.
Huh.
Why we can grow so fast, so much so fast, but we're also very fragile, it seems.
No, I really would have thought the bird guy at the very least was a spirit. He has like a lot of them around him.
Oh, he's, have you ever heard of Kelemvor?
No.
Okay, death god.
So he's like a vulture?
No. He works for the death god.
Right, the death god has to be a vulture, right?
No, you're pigeonholing him. You're trying to fit a vulture in a pigeonhole. It's also not a pigeon. I honestly don't know what he looks like or who he is or like.
Son.
Did I face to face see Kelemvor? Oh well,
All of us.
actually no, that's not true. I did meet part of him. He looked like this, and I'll disguise self as Kelemvor.
You find that you can't.
Oh. Can I do an approximation?
You can do a caricature.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look kind of like this, and I'll like my features don't like stop shifting. Like I can't actually hold it. Like.
Sayil, Sayil, that's called blasphemy.
I don't. Whatever. Not allowed. Okay, so I'm not allowed to look like Kelemvor, apparently.
Oh.
He's not a fan of that. I'll then probably try a minor illusion and watch it also fail and be like,
You go through this for a little bit. Can you give me an Arcana check?
How close can you get?
16.
There's a weird moment where you realize you've seen like sculptures of Kelemvor, so you
Boulder.
not Molder so much as like you minor illusion a bust of Kelemvor, something that's specifically not him in truth.
Okay.
That works.
I disguised myself as a statue of Kelemvor.
That works.
It looked like this, but skin color.
But flesh.
Well, that doesn't look like a bird.
No. You don't have to be a bird to follow Kalimdor. He just happens to be a bird. Like how none of Mom's kids look the same. But you pick to follow Kalimdor. You're not born to follow Kalimdor.
Some say.
I mean, sure.
So he's kind of in charge over whether or not fleshies live or die, and where they go when they die.
So he's your boss.
No. We are peers and friends, and occasional lovers of the nighttime.
Which one of you is having the baby?
That's very heteronormative of you, brother.
No, I just like you're both dudes, but like which one's the
I'll spend my short rest
spirit coming out
explaining
of?
the birds and the bees to my brother.
Oh,
He stops. He listens to this and goes, right, but you are a river spirit now. So
I could.
exactly.
so I guess it would have to be you.
That's what he's getting at, logically speaking. You technically could have one.
That's crazy. I hadn't thought about that, you know.
Yeah, don't heteronormative me. You need to feify your own thoughts.
Whoa.
Careful.
Do you know who you're speaking to?
Hey, you're not being fey enough.
He says to his boss. Not you. I mean, hard run.
No, I thought I was. I preside over all the water fae. Sayil just doesn't know that yet.
All right.
New every day, apparently.
So, as you spend the last bit of that talking about the birds and the bees with your brother, as he talks about the owl bears and the pixies, you guys spend some time. Is there anything special you're doing with the corpses, or are you basically going like, "Hey, stay down"? Like,
That's basically, I'm gonna do the same thing to the bits and bobs of what is it called?
The
What was it called?
Nagpa and Inquisitor L.
Yeah, basically same spiel where it's like, have fun with the gods you detest.
You ever throw two meatballs at each other at high speed? That's essentially what happened.
Remember that old meme about Superman cooking a turkey by slapping it? Now imagine if he cooked a turkey by throwing it at somebody.
Yes, if you slap a turkey hard enough, you technically could cook it. Alyssa tried that.
The worst part is
In
you
some
guys
ways.
haven't seen the multiple YouTube videos where people actually have cooked it.
Well, yeah, they had to make
legitimately.
like apparatuses to slap it lightly over time, so they didn't turn it into a sneeze.
There's
I recommend watching the video. It's
There's a
very
difference in application. Alyssa's application was very forced.
And then I'm doing a normal funeral, right, for the people.
yeah.
If there was any casualties that are like there.
No, there's just puddles of blood and all the bodies got yoinked.
There's that. There were people that passed in their homes as they were wounded when this all like kicked off, and unfortunately, some of them didn't make it. But you guys got the vast majority of the city to safety. So they do pull out some of their dead, and as you cast over them, a lot of the people thank you. As they, so there was a big golden light for a brief moment. And then nothing happened. What was that?
What are they referring to?
You threw down a card. There was a golden light, but they didn't get to see the interaction between you and Avandra.
I played one of my many trump cards. And that is why it is no longer here. I had to call on a favor to make this go as smoothly as possible.
We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We're sorry we weren't able to help those who were wounded.
You did what you could.
Okay.
Well, with that, unless there's anything else you guys would like to go over or do.
So just the elder's body is like unrecoverable at this point, right?
You ragdolled it into pieces.
Okay.
You beast tightened it.
Yeah. I think I would want to like do the same thing that I did at the last pillar and just like take some sketches of things and like especially before the cleaning up of the river and stuff like that. So that way we can show other people what had happened.
Sure, 100%.
Okay.
You got an hour. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You have the tools and everything ready for it. So
Do we get a short rest or is that considered?
if you guys want to take an hour for a short rest, you certainly can.
Sketch of a barrel, just Goomba stomping people. 2 bodies colliding in midair, creating paste.
I don't have to take a short rest, so I will probably do my best to help clean up.
Not hit.
Oh, temp HP. How long does that last? 8 hours?
Until you rest.
Yep.
And that's from the Mantle of Inspiration, right? Okay.
Which I refreshed all my uses of on the short rest.
Cool. Yeah, so I would
My
help
2 spells
possibly clean up the gore
Sure.
instead of
100%.
resting.
You hop in, start to help out. By the time you guys are all set and finished, and those of you that rested that need to, there is a somewhat cleaner town square. It's going to take more time than just an hour to get this all sorted away back to its original glory, but it is enough that they start to file the children out and like kind of reorient them with their parents or whoever their caretakers were.
This amulet's so fucking good. I took a short rest and I got back 100 HP.
Nice.
Yeah.
It doubles the healing done on short rest.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, with that, see the elders, as you guys are getting up and getting the last bits prepared, they're kind of hovering around, trying to be as respectful as possible.
Does time work differently in the Labyrinth?
I don't believe so.
Okay. It's just one of those. We are on a deadline. The people who are attacking all the pillars are going to attempt to create their mirror equivalent in the Shadowfell and or collapse the ones on the prime material plane within a month. So we are on a tight schedule for stopping that.
If you can save the Stonecaller, I'm sure she can assist you in going wherever you need to go.
Yes. We will do our damnedest.
All right.
All right.
In the labyrinth we go.
All right.
Let your friend know. Let your friend know.
Yeah. Ping, Teran Hajar. We are ready to go and try to root out the infection.
After a brief moment, you hear back, "Thank you," as the doors to the labyrinth close before you and then reopen. The tunnels now looking different and changed. Little nodules of crystalline glass, as seen above in the tree here, now pepper the way down, lighting it up just enough for you to see.
Oh, that kind of crystalline glass, not Stygian.
Yes.
Okay.
Good glass.
Once we are inside the labyrinth, I will simply point at the wall and attempt to message Teran Hajar.
Does not work.
Okay.
Bastion's coming with us, right?
Yeah. How you feeling, Bastion?
Oh, actually, speaking of,
Yeah,
I need to give him a short rest.
So that's why I said something.
He should be topped off. Or sorcerers get back stuff, right?
They get back, I believe. Sorry.
I don't even know if they get back their sorcery points.
Well, we're gonna find out.
I hand out granola bars.
Nice.
So that stacks with temp HP from inspiration.
Nope.
Okay, well then I will pass on granola because I still have 11.
I'm gonna say this now. This D8 here is gonna be my Defiance Gauntlet charges. If it's 8, then it's 0.
Okay.
And then everything else is actually a charge. And If I steal, like, let's say that I have like 5 spell slots in the Defiance, and I snatch like a 4th level, does it just fill up to 7 and then like expend or get rid of the rest, or is it impossible for me to like fill it up?
It tops off at 7 and expels the rest.
So I can always do the counter spell.
Even if it doesn't add spell charges to the gauntlets.
I see what you're saying. No.
Okay.
Actually, no, you can always do counterspell. Yeah.
Okay.
I never specified that, and I think it'd be ridiculous if you couldn't. So, yeah, you always can, but once you're topped off, you're topped off.
Okay.
You can't over-fill in.
Sounds good.
8.
If you guys kept the Mantle of Inspiration, I was granola barring the people we're leaving.
Oh, okay.
Does 10 HP go away on a short rest?
Good.
It goes away on a rest.
A rest in general. So if you guys took a short rest, it's gone away. I can give you almost twice as much with a Mantle of Inspiration as you would get from my granola bars.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
I also could have given you guys a treat during the short rest, and everybody would have got back an extra D8 of hit points, but I don't think it mattered.
Oh, man.
You guys see a labyrinth stretching out before you. It's kind of odd because as you guys are moving through, it's almost like passageways that would normally obfuscate where you're supposed to go, literally just shut out as you guys continue on. And it's a while, probably 2 hours of walking down here in the depths.
While we're walking, Kex wants to try and listen for patterns in the movement of the labyrinth, like if there's a rhythm to how things are moving.
Okay. Go and give me an insight check.
Sorry, I just didn't want to interrupt, but I wanted to make a point of doing that before we got too far into things. 19.
19. There's intention. As you guys are like heading up to intersections and things like that. It's not a rhythm as much as Teran Hajar themselves are going like, nope, not that way. Closing off.
Okay.
And making sure you are on the right path to make it to the center of where they can no longer see.
Okay.
All right. At the guidance of Teran Hajar, we will continue on for the 2 hours necessary.
At the 2 hours, though, you find yourselves at a 3-way intersection, and there's no decision made by Teran Hajar.
Okay. So is it like a T or like a cross?
It is more like a Y.
Okay.
You can continue going down the path you're at. There's one to the left and one to the right.
Have I seen footsteps at all?
3-way Y.
No, I've seen. If I look at all 3 of these paths, can I see anything that indicates any type of people moving through it? Marks, residue, anything.
Give me a survival check.
I would like to try to ascertain which one points closest in the direction that Teran Hajar has been guiding us the entire time.
Straight.
Both. He's been pushing us straight the whole time.
Well, to you it seems straight because all the doors and everything have stopped. They've moved. You guys have just been. To you, it looks like nothing has changed. You keep moving, but the walls stay the same. It is weird and off-putting.
Not like a general compass feeling of like, I don't have an idea of which way north is at all in this place, kind of thing.
Do you have the keen mind feat?
Nope.
Then no.
Okay.
For the labyrinth, is there any like fauna or things like that? So like I understand that if somebody got trapped in here, they would be here for like an eternity, but is there going to be like food available or are they just permanently starving?
You've not seen any food left around here or any fauna or anything like that. You guys have been in caves and sewers and things like that down underground before, and the place you were just at was lush and beautiful. It had its natural like geothermic activity that like lent heat, but down here it is stone. It is rough-hewn stone. The only sense of light that you get are from these small crystals that Teran Hajar has left you, and even now, actually, as you approach that that Y intersection, there are no longer lights.
I suspect straight onward is our best bet.
It's a Y we have to pick.
Unless Vex has anything.
I rolled 18.
18.
1, 2, 3.
It's like a 3. It's like
A W.
W. Looking ahead of yourself, you kind of agree with Sail, as looking down, you do see what would normally be imperceptible to somebody else as just a scuff within like the dust and dirt here, the remnants of a handprint, as if somebody had stopped here for a moment.
Like on the ground or on the wall?
On the wall, or sorry, on the ground, like they had stopped, put their hands down.
Okay, yeah. And that's the middle path? Mm-hmm. Yeah, middle path. There's a little marking on the ground.
Oh, nice. All right.
As you guys continue onward, it becomes darker and darker and harder to see. Those of you with dark vision, you start to stop filtering out color. It is just monochromatic blacks and whites. Those of you without, it becomes very dark very quickly. As you continue on, you can feel yourself elevating.
Like we're going up an incline?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody who doesn't have vision?
I do Tabaxi
I
have
don't
night
think
vision?
you do.
I'm a cat, so I imagine.
I know, and
that.
I feel like we had this debate before, like you should, and then you didn't.
Dark vision up to 60 feet.
There you go.
Yeah, but we're all good.
I think you're all set.
So my dark vision is a little bit better, so I would probably try and keep an eye out for if anything changes to let everybody know.
Is yours 120? Big old owl peepers.
Big owl peepers. All right. But yeah, you guys are going up an incline. It seems to be spiraling, kind of hooking up to the right.
I'm remembering now why we talked about cats specifically, because it's a cat, not a tabaxi.
Yeah.
A cat doesn't have dark vision for whatever reason.
Yep.
Hallow just commented about that in the
Yeah.
chat.
It's like, okay. Yeah, because we probably
Because we were all like, what the fuck?
we probably launched somebody into a cat, I
Yeah.
think, and then it was like, yeah, they can't see. What
It
do you
was
mean
me.
they can't see?
No, it was me.
Yeah.
Like I got turned into a cat during the fight.
That's hilarious. What do you mean I can't see? I'm a cat. Well,
Apparently they updated it so cats have dark vision.
Good. Okay, sorry.
And they're even buffing the cats out here.
really excited about this year's D&D handbook buffs. Cats got dark vision, long awaited, debated on that for a long time.
Do frogs have dark vision?
They should.
That's a good question.
And where the fuck is Toteron?
Hold on.
I think that Owlin should get proficiency in stealth while flying with light armor.
Can you appoint Toteron in
How do
your
you-
party?
Owlin do get proficiency in stealth.
Yep. Also,
It's one of the skills you can choose as an Owlin.
But specifically while flying.
how do you stealth when you're flying?
As an owl.
Owls
They're
have
the stealthiest
silent.
players.
Yeah, they have silent, like,
Don't you literally have something that's called silent feathers as a...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I swear to God, Jeremy.
I think they already did this, buddy.
No, I don't believe so.
I don't know. There's been a few times where we're like, do you have that
It's
as an
just-
owlin? And they're like, oh, no, I don't.
yeah, but it's just proficiency in stealth.
Frogs. Yeah, frogs do have dark vision. Only 30 feet, though.
2014 or 2024?
A legacy. So 2014, frogs have dark vision.
What about toads?
I want to see if the new frogs got buffed.
Oh my god.
Same dark vision. It's the frog.
Frog buffs in 2024 go crazy.
They do.
All right, where are we in the fucking labyrinth?
I don't know, I'm lost now.
Giant frogs have the same dark vision.
We're
range.
screwed.
It's weird.
Their bodies are bigger, not their eyes.
Proportionally.
Elder Dragon Frog.
Have I seen any evidence of Stygian glass or anything that we know to be Stygian in nature that interrupts magic sensors and divination? That would explain why Teran Hajar can't see into this area.
I thought you've seen.
Might be a good time for the griffin soon.
Yes, underground.
Flying over the labyrinth.
No, we're in the
A
labyrinth.
tunnel.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah,
it's not
there's
like
a ceiling.
Well, I don't.
it's not a hedge maze.
Hold on. Greek mythology labyrinth.
Has
Has a ceiling. It's
It
it's
does, but
underground.
it's in a cave, so it's several hundred feet above the labyrinth itself.
no.
Wait, is this a maze or is this a labyrinth?
Yes.
Why didn't we bring any minotaurs? God damn it! We should have brought one as a guide.
It's the power of voodoo.
Voodoo.
You do.
Voodoo?
Remind me of the babe.
I saw my baby crying hard as babe could cry.
R.I.P. Bowie. It's been,
Almost 10 years.
I think it's been 10 years.
He was 16. Same year as Harambe.
Tree nuts.
Yes.
You scared me for a minute there.
Oh yeah, she's just rocking the.
Because I just saw her going to town on some nuts, and that's.
Well, they're technically
that,
not
flip
nuts.
that.
They're legumes.
No, I was just. It took me because I'm like Lizzie, Lizzie. Oh yeah, not
Nobody's
that.
ever hit her with the "I'm not gay either. I too am allergic to nut." I couldn't say it.
Well, you just did.
You actually just did.
Did say
I was
it.
setting you guys up for success. I can't say it unironically.
Fun fact, peanuts are legumes.
Yep.
They're not nuts.
Eating beans.
I got really scared for a minute. It's like, oh my god, why?
Knowledge is knowing that tomatoes are fruit.
Yep.
Wisdom is that they're vegetables.
Wisdom is knowing not to put them in fruit salad.
Thank you.
No, they're vegetables.
Charisma is being able to sell a tomato-based fruit salad.
Yes. Good strength is being able to turn it into ketchup.
I want there to be like a 7th stat called just scuffed.
Yeah. Can I make a scuff roll, please?
Can I make a je ne sais pas? Sorry, it's je ne sais quoi, not je ne sais pas.
I'm gonna say wow.
All right. As you guys are going up in this labyrinth itself, you guys can feel the elevation start to change. You have to lean forward as you're beginning to walk. And there's this odd moment where the air in the labyrinth becomes damp. You're starting to feel kind of like cloying and sticking to your skin a little bit. Further in and in you go until eventually you make it to a small little hot spring. There's a circular room. There's a small hot spring there. And you can see where people at one point in time had sat down. They'd taken a rest here. With your investigative and survival eyes, as it were, looking around, you see that they'd even left behind what looks to be a crescent moon made of gold down on the ground, kind of tucked away into the corner next to the pool itself. Almost like somebody had left this behind as a message.
It looks like the brand on the forehead, doesn't it? Okay.
There's no blood in the water.
No, not here.
But we have found a pool now. We're getting closer to probably more of them.
Leading out of this place, you can tell one route, it's almost like the stones themselves are actually carved to lead up into a stairway, as there is one route that hooks around this small antechamber that you're in and leads back out just at a higher elevation the way that you guys came. so above your heads, but behind you, right? There's also another route going directly forward, where you guys had come from originally, as well as one hooking off to the left.
And there's no Teran Hajar intervention here again.
Do I see any evidence of traffic or the most worn stones leading in a specific direction?
Go and give me a survival check.
With a +9, 29.
29. The stairs themselves look fairly worn.
Okay. Almost as if I am being drawn, I will start going up the stairs. That natural 20.
Sure.
I think it's this way, guys.
I guess we'll follow.
Take a brief moment. You go up, and the entryway that was above your guys' heads, as you're looking at it now, you see it's a little smaller, actually. It does not look to be like Minotaur-sized or built throughout that. It is... You guys could fit through it, but you'd have to stoop. Sticks could probably fit through it fairly comfortably, being a little bit smaller than the rest of you.
Okay.
But it looks as though it has very high traffic in throughout here. The stones here are actually kind of smooth in comparison. With your guys' insanely high passive perceptions, Sail and Sticks, you hear humming deeper within this entryway.
Happy or ominous?
Happy.
It's a trap. I think it's Saffron.
No, I'm right here.
I mean, can you sense anything?
What do you mean? I would have to be a lot closer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like within 5 feet. 10, yeah.
Okay.
I will cast Sending to the Stone Singer.
Okay.
And I will ask where they're located. That we're on the way to try to assist.
You send this out, and you feel the spell fail.
Okay.
That usually means they're dead, right?
It could mean a lot of things.
Or something's blocking them.
It could be anti-magic stuff, which we've been dealing with. It could be that they're dead. It could be that it could be the labyrinth itself.
Do you remember the one time where we tried to do locate object on somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Locate object.
And when we were in Guild's Row, and then it ended up being a doll.
Yep.
It was locate person.
That was different, and the spell didn't fail. It worked.
I got distracted.
Yeah.
Redirected. But
Because they had an effigy that was being used as a lure.
They took pieces from Yolov.
Yeah, this is different.
Okay.
Don't know.
Go
So
investigate this humming, then. Don't see much else unless you want to turn around.
Honestly, feels a bit like a trap, so I think we should maybe be a little quiet.
No way.
Understood.
Sneak up the stairs to where the humming is, I guess.
All right. Can everybody please give me stealth checks then?
That's pretty good.
I need to do one for Bastion.
I guess I could. That's all right.
25.
27.
7.
8.
17.
Is that 3 successes or not?
As you guys are talking about what to do going forward, and you guys are slowly, the two of you slowly starting to pick your way up the stairs, the humming stops.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys can hear the shifting of the stones that now make up Styx's new chain shirt, as well as Bastion just does simply fall and, oh, fuck! Sorry.
What were the names of the people that went in after the stone?
There's no names.
Yes. Sayul got names when he was talking with Shatter.
I got the name of the
Oh,
matron.
you're talking about them.
Names of people who went into.
I got the name of the matron and their keeper.
Okay, so it is a matron. I thought that was a question that we were going to ask, but we never
It
did.
was.
He said it was Elder.
Elder, yeah.
Elder. Okay.
It was Rian and Kuchal. So Elder Kuchal.
And Rian,
Okay.
the assumedly keeper.
Okay. But we do have the names.
The humming kind of stops, and you just, hello?
All right, you guys keep hiding. I'm gonna go talk to him.
We'll try.
Hello. Come up the stairs.
Oh fuck. Listen, I don't want whatever you're selling. You stay down there. I told the last guys I'll just stay up here. And that's what we're gonna do. Yep.
Were the last guys trying to collapse the labyrinth and kill Teran Hajar, or were they like us and trying to help him?
I don't know what a Teran Hajar is, and I don't know what they wanted. They were more than happy to just let me chill up here, as I wasn't gonna get in their way.
Okay.
I think I know what's going on.
So are you someone who was sent to the labyrinth for atonement?
See, they poke their head out. You see, excuse me, sorry. They poke their head out. You see a gnomish man that has a crescent moon branded onto his forehead. His blindfold now missing, at least in comparison to Shatter. He goes, I don't know. You know, I'm just.
So, the town... Is the town named Teran Hajar? So there's the town of Teran Hajar, the tree of Teran Hajar, and the turtle of Teran Hajar?
And the demi-plane of Teran Hajar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the town was under attack and being turned into a bloodbath. We killed everybody except for one guy named Shatter, and then he got a brand on his forehead and a little blindfold and got sent into the labyrinth for atonement.
Took me a long time to get that off. You don't got one.
Nope. You know what?
You choose to come in here?
Yeah, I spoke to Teran Hajar, and they said that they would help, or we offered to help them because they're currently being attacked and murdered right now.
Yeah, they're kind of fucking assholes.
Teran Hajar. Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, I found my way in there. You know, I wasn't making any fuss. I saw that they left a few things out that they didn't need anymore. And, you know, like, they got plenty of stuff. I got nothing. So I just wanted to maybe grab myself something that I could, you know, take on the road with me. And maybe, yeah. And then they grabbed me with the dirt and they branded my forehead and they kicked me in here.
So the brand and the dirt and the blindfold were magic.
I got that part.
Yeah. They'll probably forgive you and let you go, and you can come hang out at my bar and drink booze if you want to help us.
Give me a persuasion check. Normally I'd say an advantage because you're helping him out, but you also sound like you're on the side of the people that kicked him in here, so flat.
7 plus 17, 24.
Your bar isn't in that accursed town, right?
Nope. I have one in Guildsborough, and then I am a minor Fey Lordling, so I have my own special bar with special booze.
I don't know how I feel about that part, but better than kicking rocks in here. All right. Welcome to my abode, and he will show you in. It is this tiny little badger's cave that he has taken over. And by taken over, I mean like he seems that he was lounging on the back of a badger. He has made friends with a badger in here.
Okay, so there's living badgers.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll stick my hand out.
Sayul.
My name's Simon. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Sayul, the River Prince. Nice to meet you.
Sayul, are we good?
Yep, we're good.
Okay.
I made a new friend.
Hi, new friend. What's your name?
I'm Simon. It is
Simon.
nice to meet y'all.
Simon, Kex, Alyssa, this guy. Love this guy. Love him so much. This is Bastion over here.
You don't remember the name of the guy you're sleeping with?
There's just,
Sometimes it's just like that, you know?
My raven.
For months.
My raven is going to perch on Sail's shoulder. And I'm
Don't-
going to cast
don't hurt me,
thaumaturgy. I'm going to cast thaumaturgy on my voice projected through my raven directly into his ear.
Don't hurt me,
What do you
Sticks.
say?
Sticks as loudly as I can.
Oh, Sticks.
Wonderful.
That was excessive. It's nice to know that your bird's name is Sticks, though.
And don't you ever forget it.
You made me waste a 20.
Are you stones? Is it sticks and stones? Or is it stones and sticks?
No, he's both.
Yeah.
He's sticks and stones? Well, he is wearing... Well, yeah.
Sticks of the Stones, master of ceremonies of the
He is wearing rocks.
Blow
so
her
it
up
makes
cover.
sense.
yeah. Announcer of presence to our enemies.
I know that everybody's being kind of like, flippant about how they don't remember your name. Do you want to see a skull?
What?
I know you like bones.
You have some weird friends.
Yes.
Yeah, they're super weird.
So this is a spine, and then this is a skull, and I figured that you might want to like look at it.
I saw one of those.
What?
Known as staffs? Mm-hmm. Was a bird person?
Yeah, another bird person had
How
it.
long
Yeah,
ago
we
was
killed.
Oh, is that your dad?
It doesn't have a beak, so it wouldn't be.
No. I mean, like, the bird person that had the other staff.
No, we've sworn an oath to a god to kill all
More
of
like
us.
a
Listen, I don't like my dad either, so.
more like a cousin triple removed. Anyways, where'd they go?
So this is Sticks.
I thought the bird was Sticks.
He is.
I suppose he is a bird, but
Sticks is going to walk past them to the other end and start walking.
oh well.
Would you show us to the main hot spring area?
That's kind of why I'm camped here. This is the main hot spring area.
In everybody's head, you're going to hear this guy doesn't know where he's going. He's in the labyrinth mentally.
Do you know where the headwaters of a river are?
He knows where they went.
I wish. That'd be kind of cool.
Just, is there one entrance into this cavern and one entrance out? Or one exit out?
There was 3 entrances and exits.
Okay. I'm going to just start walking down one.
Which one do you pick? Left or forward?
Right was the one that went up to here. So that was a dead end up to his room.
I'm going to take the left.
I'm gonna follow behind, and I'm gonna be like, Sticks, wait, I have a nice staff for you. It's cursed. I know you hate cursed things.
Oh, your buddy went the right way, for the record.
He's got a good head on his shoulders.
And one on a stick.
Yeah, I don't know about that head yet. I have yet to meet it.
How many of them came through here? Or how many did you see?
I saw there's a Minotaur lady that put me in here, so I wasn't jumping to help.
Yeah.
Sure.
There was the bird guy, his dad,
Sure. Yep.
and a small little halfling fellow,
Okay.
and a few. I'll call them people.
They have these.
Put those away. Polite company.
Did they have them?
Were they golems, like rock people, or
No,
were
no, they were fleshy and kind of off-colored, like him,
Yep.
I suppose.
Careful now, bud. All right.
What? Look at him. He's like, he'll walk up, he'll poke your skin, and then like there's like no hydration in there. It's like, yeah.
I'm just saying that kind of terminology could
Awfully
be handsome to
judgmental
go
for somebody who just got thrown in here.
Just
Listen. Well, I've been here.
Yeah, you have no idea, do you?
long enough. Let's get you out of here.
Can you do anything?
Well, you know, me and Barry here is going to point towards the
Bad.
the badger.
God, Andrew made another mounted combatant.
Of course. That was.
What are you talking? Come on, like
So there's Barry can dig. That's how we got in here.
sure.
I can tell your fortune.
4.
Fun.
For fun or the future. Or is there anything worrying you?
A lot.
There's a few things. We're about to go, have a bit of a
Can you
scrap.
tell me what my immediate future is? Like in the next hour.
I can try. Sure.
Go for it.
Walking.
All right. He'll pull out a deck of well-used tarot cards.
Aw.
Stags, come show him.
Oh, yes. This guy that he could have got along with super well.
This is a random encounter table that we have pulled from a long, long time ago.
You hear happy humming in the dungeon, you got a bite.
Yeah.
All right, that's a story hook. Ta-da.
This is from Fight Gamer,
Thank you.
very long time ago. And for the record, this is Simon, as in Andre's grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh,
That makes sense.
I made him a little gnomish, like, outlaw guy.
Come on, Jeremy. Come on. You're gonna leave Simon in the labyrinth.
Six is butthurt and walking.
That's fair.
How many cards you want?
In your head, you hear 3-card spread.
Oh, yeah.
Past, present, future.
Just
3-card spread.
All right. Well,
So I don't walk away.
you will pull 3 cards. So I will mark them down as I go.
Don't walk a mile out of range. That would suck.
Styx walks back with the head of an elder.
Oliver was already there, and he had his plate and his sword, and he was dope.
And you're about to give me my tarot card reading.
A tarot card reading.
I keep forgetting to throw mine in my backpack.
Your cards?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
Like
talking.
actual cards.
I thought you were talking about Styx throwing his tarot deck into his alchemy backpack. Like, okay, Jeremy.
That'd be funny.
I pick my least favorite card and shove it in my backpack. What happens?
Whatever the person was turns into.
Oh, right.
Wonderful.
So this is your past. It represents as the Hanged Man, which is oddly enough the same one that I use for your dice box.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy how
It
that
is
works.
the image of a man hanged by his ankle, and it is in reverse. So it shows stagnation, self-sabotage, and betrayal.
For your past.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
about as accurate as one could get.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
looks like you listen, we all wind up here somehow. So I'm not going to judge you too harshly on your past.
A lot of it wasn't my choice, but go on.
It's never our choice. You know?
Apparently.
The one after that is the Chariot.
Sam doesn't know anything about tarot cards, so this is all new to me.
That's the fun of tarot.
This is your present. So a lot of the time it can represent determination, balance, and success. But for you, it seems like you're teetering on an edge. Choices you make going forward are going to become very important for you. And they're going to be hard.
Always are.
Monster Mash.
That's his future.
No, that's just that's what we're gonna call it when Kix goes all freaky with it. We're gonna call it the Monster Mash.
But your future looks promising.
It's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah. It's strength, upright, meaning whatever hard decisions you're going to have to make, you're going to pull out ahead. And there's going to be a lot of inner strength you're going to need, but it's all going to be okay. You got this.
Huh. I didn't know I needed to hear that. It's funny how things work like that. Thank you.
Just, don't try to brute force anything. You got to be in control.
Fair enough. So you gotta come along?
I mean, Sail here said he was going to...
Set you up in a bar.
He makes really good drinks.
You got it.
I've got this wine here.
He will pull out a crystalline goblet and goes, they never took the stuff off me. Here.
Celebratory drink afterwards. You don't want this right now.
I've been in here for I don't even know how long. I'm celebrating right now.
We'll decant that at the bar.
Guys, I love the gusto, but we already almost tried to go against the Elder's wishes when it came to the Labyrinth. Let's not do it again.
This could be the process of his atonement.
Atonement is found.
You just got your atonement is done according to a juror of Kalimvor.
No, he obviously did not take any accountability for the things that he's done.
You don't know that.
Yes, I heard it. Did you not hear how he was talking about stealing it? Yeah, they didn't need it.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't.
I'm talking in their head.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Peace.
They didn't need it, and they're jerks for doing this to me.
Yeah, they're also willing to help right now.
I'm just saying.
I think helping to save Teran Hajar is worth a decant.
How are you with like?
Do you shoot? Do you fight? Do you do anything?
You were a thief, right? Kind of. I'm not.
I mean, everybody had their past, you know.
How sneaky are you?
I'm fairly sneaky.
If we see people that are bound, if we can get attention away, can you try to untie them? As long as there's no immediate danger.
Listen, the lady that put me in here didn't seem like she was doing great. Didn't feel good about it.
She didn't?
I didn't. I wasn't rushing to help her because, frankly, his dad looks really scary.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to clarify they are not related at all.
Oh.
Not all birds know each other.
The dad that stepped up?
He was just making a joke.
No? Okay. All right. Not his dad. Looked really scary. Mm-hmm. And frankly, that halfling guy had a bleeding sword already. So I wasn't going to hop in there. If you can lead them away,
yeah,
I'll try my best. Do you you got any, how do I put, tools of the trade?
I don't really have anything on me for lockpicks.
I can give you a lockpick.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll pass him a lockpick.
Sure, he'll take one.
Does he have anything on him?
It seems like he has stuff that he has scrounged together while in here. Okay. He has some like oddly missorted gear. He has a stone dagger.
Okay.
Wait for a good time. Stay out of sight, and then just.
I'll do my best. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. We'll name a drink after you if we pull this off.
Yeah.
What name?
You and Barry.
Simon and Barry's.
I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll come up with something good.
Okay. Cool.
So apparently you knew the way to go.
Go figure.
Yeah.
All right. Above table, he is a scout.
Okay.
So he can, he's decent at survival and decent at skulking around, that kind of stuff. He obviously does not want to be a combatant by any means.
No, I don't want
He
him
would
to be.
probably get vaporized in the type of combats you guys have. So
That's why I'm like, stay back
Yeah.
until you're sure that it's clear. But if you can sneak in and free somebody really fast, clutch.
but that being said, he's feeding Barry something as they're going along. Like, here you go.
I'll hand him a granola bar.
Oh. He eats half and gives the other half to Barry. He goes, yeah. I don't know why, but whenever I get hungry around here, I just find something.
Yeah, so I always said Teran Hajar over and over again.
Yeah. What is that?
So it's very confusing. They've named 5 things the same thing. Okay. There's a demi-plane, right? And you have like the Feywild, the regular plane, the Shadowfell, and then you have a much smaller plane named Teran Hajar. In that demi-plane, there is an ancient primordial spirit named Teran Hajar. On the back of that primordial spirit, there is a town named Teran Hajar. So we are here to help save the primordial spirit and get the town out of here.
You're both in.
You're going to move a town?
So it can teleport to the Feywild. The whole
Oh, gods, they were going to leave me here.
No, we are still in. The Labyrinth is also Teran Hajar. This is part of a primordial spirit, and it feeds you when you get hungry. And you get to leave when you have atoned for your crimes against Teran Hajar.
I'm very sorry.
You probably have to mean it and also not be like... I'm going to guess that helping Teran Hajar survive this fight is going to count for atonement.
We'll put in a good word regardless.
Yeah. See if we can extradite you to the water courts where I'm connected to.
So it wasn't just me down here. I don't know if we can find him. If we get out and he's not out, can you put a good word in for my buddy?
Ooh.
Garfunkel?
Yeah, I can do that for you, bud.
Sure. Absolutely.
Would you describe Garfunkel to me if you don't mind?
He's this like really, do you guys know the Rolling Stone?
Is he your old
Yeah,
friend? Is
I
he
did.
Is he your old friend by any chance?
Yeah,
Does he like to sing?
he does. He's really good at the lute.
Nice.
For a while there, he and I were competing against the Rolling Stone. And then, we went on tour. Ship got waylaid. We wound up in some random place, and we were trying to get money to get back. And, so.
You don't say.
Is this who the party boat was stolen from? It was many years ago.
So anyways, we've been here since. Or at least, I say we. I don't know what, I got put in alone, and then I've never seen him since.
We'll keep an eye out.
We'll see if we can get you reunite
What's he look like?
you with Garfunkel.
Yeah. So you guys are looking at this gnome. He's a rock gnome, but he's like, yeah, Garfunkel was he was my forest gnome friend. So he kind of he doesn't take care of himself very well. He kind of stinks a lot of the time. He has some lichen hanging off of him. Some moss here and there. But what's a stone without a little bit of moss?
Right.
Fair.
We'll
keep an eye out for him, and if we don't find him while we're in here, we'll say like, hey.
I can definitely put in a good word, especially if we're going to be helping the primordial spirit.
Yeah.
Teran Hajar.
All right. Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you. This sounds terrifying. I'm scared, so I'm going to shut up now and let you guys.
Yep. Just stay quiet, stay hidden, find a good moment, do what you need to do. If you feel like you need to run away, I don't blame you. Just don't run too far.
Okay, you got it.
I'll go over to Styx, who's probably still huffing down the tunnelway. Hey, I'm sorry if that wasn't very funny. The joke didn't land very well.
I just wish that we would respect the customs of this place personally. But, say la vie.
Fair enough.
So, as you guys continue onward down this left-hand path, it winds and meanders for quite a while. There's a brief moment where you guys end up somewhere that seemingly Teran Hajar has control over. The crystalline structures reappear, stuff like that. And there's a massive hook in the tunnel that it closes off the left side and guides you to the right.
Okay.
Heading down that way, it was only for a brief moment that it seems like Teran Hajar has been able to punch through maybe whatever control this is, or maybe it just happens to be that he has a overlap of control in an area where like there's a pocket here, but you guys have gone through the center of it. You don't know.
Okay.
But he is still trying to help his best to guide you. It is in that pocket. There are a few Sail granola bars that have been left out that Sail has not made.
What?
Like scoot around them, like like there's some sort of explosive.
Simon was like, "Oh hey,
Nope. I didn't make those.
yeah,
He finds them.
I get food."
I have a deep distrust of
How
random mystery food.
How many are there?
There'd be one for each person, including Barry.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like, how many are there, and how many are there of us?
Every bit of my Fey being is like, do not accept mystery food.
You want to look at it to make sure it's okay? He just ate one in front of you.
All right, fine.
Make me no, I'm kidding. All right. But as you guys continue on,
Not as good as your Sail. It's fine.
you,
Very well.
yeah.
This is like an 8 out of 10 on the Sail scale.
If I find floor food in a dungeon, I get a little scared. I'm sorry, guys.
It's basically all I eat.
This is my first time I've seen floor food, so I wouldn't know any better.
How much further?
As you guys take this big old hook heading off to the right, there is a bit of a decline, and then eventually you guys see water kind of out in front of you. It's shallow, but as you get closer to it, you can feel heat coming off of it.
Maybe time to be sneaky.
Yeah. Does it feel like a sibling of mine that I may have spoken to recently? It's like, can I reach out and sense if I know the identity of that, if it's familiar, or is it too far off?
No, you can walk right up to it if you want. There's nothing stopping you, right? So you can walk further up and you reach your consciousness out towards it. Yes, this does feel like hard drawn.
Okay.
Though reaching your consciousness towards it, there's nothing reciprocated.
It's cut off too.
This part's cut off, or he's unconscious.
Maybe the bleeding, the water, if the hot spring is all the way through and Hadron cannot connect with parts that have blood in it, maybe the blood seeping through all the hot springs in the maze is what's causing Teran Hajar to not be able to feel parts of the maze.
I think it's whatever they're doing. They're making Nixium or glass or something that's interrupting magic control further in. It's poisoning my brother and the turtle itself.
Right, but I'm saying the blood fleeting through, I think that might be like...
Yeah, it's seeping through him throughout.
Yep.
Well, I guess it might be time to start trying to be sneakier.
Yerp.
All right.
Feels like we're getting closer.
With that, if everybody can go and give me stealth checks.
Damn.
Yeah, what you got, gosh?
17 plus 7.
Woo.
9 with a nat 1.
Okay. Five for Bastion.
26.
6. 7.
33.
33.
24.
Understood.
Saffron, 50.
Saffron is invisible all the time. So much so she did not get a small granola bar.
Yep.
Oh. And
Yeah, Barry should get advantage in here.
well, to that point, you see that Simon does just fine. He gets like a 21 on his stealth check, but Barry, as the waters start to come up, is kind of like, until eventually he's just floating with his little feet kicking.
I'll just be like shape watering, like just kind of pushing him.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
What'd you get, Jeremy?
26.
Okay. So 4 above 20s.
Yep. Cool.
2 below 10s.
As you guys continue on throughout this area, you can just further out, you wind up in this. How would I put it? There are points where stalagmites and stalactites come to meet, as the labyrinth is no longer this unending thing of tunnels and passageways, but instead there are small half walls, stalagmite, stalactite, as they come together, and you wind up having to move through these pillars. Some quite thick, like 40 feet around, others much thinner. But as you do that, you are getting deeper and deeper into water as you go. It is starting to become a little bit difficult terrain for everybody, except for Sail at this moment.
I can give myself a swim speed as well.
Does it take psionic dice, or
Nope.
you just do?
Bonus action.
All right. So, some of you a little bit more hampered than others. You do start to notice that there is light cascading off the water itself. It's starting to reflect up towards you and further into this cavern, as you can hear, though you can't make out what they're saying, voices. And a rhythmic
That's great. That's great.
So there is no earth in this area. It's basically a water leading up into the center of a massive watery cavern where this noise is coming from.
there's still earth. Like I said, you guys are wading through at the moment.
Yeah.
There's still stalagmites and stalactites. There's enough that you can touch the bottom, and there's still like an earthen ceiling above you.
Okay.
Just we gotta go through to go the direct way. We gotta go through the water. Still approaching.
Yeah, I'm looking at what I can do.
Mr. Leader, man leader.
I mean, we gotta keep going, I guess.
We do. We do indeed.
Anything we want to prep?
Not much that I can.
Yeah, I'm about as prepped can be.
All right. Keep pushing.
Bastion will quietly
Push it.
push it real good. You will see a
Question for you, Andrew.
yes.
Because technically speaking, the vampiric terrain is innate spellcasting now. Is it still verbal and somatic?
Nope. You just need to touch them.
Like that.
All right. You guys will see a golden light appear in Bastion's hand as the shadow blade that he formed before now has taken on the golden light of Kalimvor, but it still has the darkness in the center of it, much like some of the spiritual weapons that Styx has cast in the past. Does that. He goes, all right. I think I'm ready.
Actually, I will do something for everybody. Does Bless work the same way since it's given to me by a feat?
No.
It does not, so it's still verbal and somatic. Never mind. Unless I feel like, do I feel like we're far enough away that nobody's going to notice if I do this?
I'm not going to say yes or no.
Okay, never mind. Not going to risk it.
If we can hear them,
I got it. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
if we can hear them.
All right. Give me one moment, please.
Gonna slunk along. How's everybody doing on spell slots?
Bad.
Oh, I'm terrible. Thank you.
Yeah, atrocious.
What do you got, Jeremy?
Nothing over. It's not as bad as I thought. I have 1/5, 1/4.
And then a
No thirds.
bunch of
second
first
and
and
first.
seconds.
I have 1/5, 1/4,
You use your
3
seventh, right?
seconds.
Yes.
I have.
I used my 7th for heal. Or no, it wasn't heal.
Firestorm.
Don't worry, guys.
No,
I have all
I
my
forgot
spell
what it
slots.
was.
Nice.
All right. You guys will see behind me, there's a bit of a map here. You can't see where the sound is coming from, as there, like I said, large stalagmites and stalactites, but off in the distance towards this direction is where you can hear the rhythmic.
I would move myself very quietly onto one of the is it stalagmite or stalactite?
Stalagmite might poke you in the ass.
Stalagmite. I will climb onto it.
Let's say you can spider climb onto one.
Yep.
They are meeting up to the ceiling though, so
Yeah.
they are.
I'm just giving myself footing.
Yep, you're all good. I just want to let you know.
Now Kex really is the pillar man.
How high up is the ceiling?
In some areas, it comes down to like, it can go as high as 50 feet. In other areas, it is low as 20.
So it's very
Yeah.
cool. All right. Just trying to get a good idea before things kick off.
How deep is the water again?
It comes up to your guys' knees, essentially.
Try to go left maybe and skirt around the side and go further in. So mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Gabagoo.
Venturing on out. What's your guys' marching order?
Well, I'm kind of removing myself out of the marching order by jumping onto this. So
I will volunteer to go first and kind of just like
No, I'll be first.
I was going to use shape waters to try to muffle any ripples or signs that we're approaching from in front of us. So as we push forward, like flatten out the surface of the water and keep us quiet.
I mean, it's a tall cavern. Can I fly?
Is that Bastion in the back there?
might not stay stealthy. If you do.
You can 100% fly if you like in some areas. You do not have a hover speed though. So if you're flying, you got to keep moving.
I didn't even realize there was a type of.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are seeing as Simon sees you go left, he goes like, all right, and he goes right.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, no.
That's fair. I told him to stay out of sight.
And I think for this, because it sounds like we're getting into that weird spot where people are like, what should I do? We're just going to go ahead and move into initiative.
Okay.
That way you're not overlapping each other's orders, that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, I would have.
What do you mean we're about
I
to
tried to
fight,
ask
dude?
everybody if they wanted to move up to the left. So if the group doesn't or wants to just push straight forward, then I might stick with them.
yeah, we'll say loosey goosey. You can guys
see
can
that
still
number.
communicate.
Yeah.
The last one I rolled was also that.
Story.
Very nice.
Sayul.
Initiative 19.
Sticks.
10.
Alyssa.
4.
Yeah, we do.
Kex.
Dirty 20.
Because I am half proficient in it.
Yep. I just
right.
have Dex.
Kex. You are hanging off the side of a cavern. What would you like to do?
Can I see anything in the middle?
About as far as you can see currently.
Okay, I would be scooching up along rock surfaces then, to try and get to a point to where I can see what's going on.
Okay.
Using rocks for cover and such.
So there's 4 right there, keeping you up out of the water.
Yep.
Do you want to, slip back into the water?
Yeah, I'll slip back in. I'll also click my boots back on with a bonus action. Be much more to move.
Are those once a day?
They have a time limit.
I see.
So, in order to reset the time limit, then I have to rest. So,
All right, let's see if I can do this right. We're going to bump.
you need us to look away from TV.
Ugh.
That is currently what Kex can see.
I don't know where the rock faces are to go now.
The rock faces are the bits that are actually obscuring your vision. So this
Where's the
area is
noise?
here,
Where's the noise coming from? What direction?
this direction.
I will head north. Hang right.
So you've currently used your move speed is how much right
90.
now? 90. All right. So that's 60 right there.
Sure.
Boom, 60, 65, 70, 70. There's a small crack ahead of you, or would you like to keep hanging right?
I'll move on to the rock that's directly in front to my right.
Right there?
Yep.
That's 75.
35. I'll go to the rightmost side, like just circle around the rock, see what I see.
85 right there.
Yeah. Do I see anything different? No.
You can see it.
Yeah, okay. 5 feet more forward.
You got it.
Okay. Still don't see anything, huh? All right, I guess.
The sound is becoming more rhythmic and closer.
Okay.
You think you're pretty much right on top of it.
I think I'm right on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Probably on the other side of this massive stalagmite you're on.
I will hold my action then for a dagger throw if I see an enemy, if one of my friends gets revealed. Does that work? If enemy is alerted to our presence, I have a dagger ready to go for a held action. If somebody within range pops up.
Sure.
Okay.
You got it.
And then that will end my turn. And I'll mind link, tell everybody, I'm like, I am very certain I am right next to where they're at. So make moves around me.
So yeah, we will pan on over to your view here.
Okay. I'll push 30 feet up in the direction I know Kex went.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Do I hear any signs of motion or any signs of life anywhere other than where the rhythmic thumping is coming from?
Now that you can hear. You can give me a perception check if you'd like to do more. This would be a bonus action.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can really do the mantle of everybody using their movement speed stealthily. So I will not do that. That is a 19 plus 15, 34.
34. You are fairly confident that the only place of movement and sound is ahead of you. You can even actually hear Kex moving throughout.
Mentally, I'll just let everybody know. I think the only thing I can hear or sense in here is that thumping. And I will action move another 30 feet forward.
— 15, 20, 25, 30.
Could I keep going straight instead of off to the right?
Yep, that's 30.
Okay.
It would have been the same. One would be a diagonal, one would be a straight.
Okay.
All right, you got it. That will bring it to Bastion's turn. Bastion is going to...
A double wing. Just forget about your JoJo tattoo. Not even a blink out of him. He's sick of my shit.
I would be numb to that joke by now, too.
Yeah.
Who dat, Bastion?
Yep. 50, 50.
That boy.
Is he in dude form or werewolf form?
He's in werewolf form. Is that 60 feet of movement for him? All right. Boom, boom. You guys will hear another sickening thud. Now that you guys are a little bit closer, you can hear with each thud there's a shake of water. And for Sayil, you can actually even feel the ripple here, as this is where the contamination must be coming from.
I see.
There's no cry, there's no nothing like that, but you all have been around enough and understand the machinations of these people enough that that thud is much more of a squelch.
Okay. I'll let everybody know that this is where the contamination is coming from, and they are probably bleeding something into the water.
Cool. Well, not cool, but
Good to know.
cool, we found it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll bring it to Simon. It was simply fucking off over here.
Yep. Good boy.
And
Does this scout get cunning actions?
You good?
You said good boy.
Oh,
no, they do not.
you need to go to the bathroom?
6.
Just moving up.
I actually brought it for you, Colby, for whenever you do command.
That's 30 right there.
Okay.
Is he over here trying to give me ticks?
I heard that differently. No, okay. Yeah.
And then, so there's nothing that is like, how quiet is the cavern?
You can hear the murmuring of conversation in the every once in a while there's a as it falls down into the water.
How loud would casting invisibility be? It is verbal,
there-
verbal thematic material.
It'd probably be fairly loud in here. There's quite a bit of echoing and the such. Though you can hear further in, there's a bit of sloshing going on as there's a sickening.
Is it possible to time casting invisibility with the sound that's
Certainly
happening?
could. That'd be holding your action for it.
I will do that.
All right. I will let you know when it goes off then.
Okay.
Alyssa.
Is it your? Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. You're not. You don't have that as a feature.
It's shadow touched,
So it is a feature.
but it's still casting.
I'm gonna hang out with the only other person who actually goes into melee range. Bastard.
That she can. You're on the fucking wall.
Oh, okay.
You throw daggers and stuff all the time, so when I've tried to position you leave.
I was in melee that entire last fight.
The one before that, I was trying to be near you, and you're like, whoa, we're gonna get hit by AoE, and I'm like, okay, I'll stand near somebody else.
That's 60 right there if you use your dash to get up next to Bastard.
Sure. And I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder. You and me, cats and dogs, raining.
It'll be raining blood by the time we're done.
Oh yeah, let's go. And then we're gonna high five violently.
Layer plays in the background.
All right. That's good.
For who?
Did our high five give us inspiration?
Nope. I'm just noting something on my side here.
Sure you are.
Kex.
Okay. I will get more towards the top of the ceiling wherever I am at. I feel like I am a little more hidden.
All right. The ceiling gets higher in this area, so it's getting closer to that 50 range. So if you like to just start climbing up here, you can go to 45 directly up.
Sure, we'll do that. And then I will move myself in a way to where I can poke around that corner and see what there is to be seen.
Is that what he sounds like? Just scurrying.
Tick, 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 tick. Ha. There you are.
So that's 25 right there. It's an odd moment as you come into view here, as you realize that the keeper that they'd spoken of, Rion, is leaned up against the stalagmite here.
Sure.
He's keeping a keen lookout, but the place most people don't look is up.
Yep. That's what I
So
did it.
you are quite literally just above him.
Okay. And what? So yeah.
That's
what-
30 there.
Okay. What's that right below me to my left?
That seems to be Elder Kachal, who is systematically stabbing through a Minotaur woman.
The what? The person to my left is Elder Kajal.
Elder Kachal.
That's the person directly to my left. Okay.
That was the keeper I just spoke about.
They are getting stabbed. Okay. Got it. All right, I'm gonna beep. It's like I am literally right above them. What do you guys want me to do? Want me to interrupt them?
Depends. Do you want to fight him by yourself?
I think we all get ready and then we light them up. I'm thinking about tidal waving them to fuck them up and then
All right, he is stabbing the person.
I can try to vortex warp that person out if you want.
I'm not sure. Are they bound at all?
They're not bound, and they do not seem to be reacting to getting stabbed.
So they are comatose. at the moment.
Dreamer-esque.
Yeah, they're catatonic.
Oh boy.
So, that being said, I think that's more than enough conversation for this round,
Yeah.
as it were.
Yeah, so be that the advice that my party gives, I will maintain my location, and again, I will hold an action to throw a dagger when they spring, and just saying, all right, I'm ready. I'll go on you guys' go.
All right. You You see this massive ceremonial dagger comes down onto the body of the stone caller while you're sitting there watching. At that same time, Styx, you can cast invisibility. Your invisibility goes off.
Okay.
All right, Sayu.
All right. Who can I see?
That's a great question. I'd love to answer that for you. There you go.
Exactly nobody.
Uh-huh.
Love that for us. All right.
Finally, I actually get to use token vision correctly, though. That's neat.
Yeah, it's nice when it works. It's such a like, if it doesn't work, you fuck everything up for yourself.
A little bit.
So it's a gamble.
So, innate magic. When it's innate, the components change. Verbal somatic material.
There are no components, period.
Okay.
I wrote that at like midnight after being up for a very long time, so I apologize if there's anything wrong in there.
No.
Okay.
No. I was looking at control water.
No, you just do it.
Okay.
Dope.
I take control of the water.
All right.
I'm.
Can you please make me a spellcasting check? As this is filled with the blood of the stone caller.
19.
19. All right, this is contested.
Well, you couldn't make it all tinted red, Andrew, so we knew it was bloody.
I could, I just thought you wouldn't be able to see it.
You're right.
19 is enough, as they got a 17.
Okay.
5 plus 12 for them.
Bruh.
6 plus 13.
Yeah.
Nice.
I let it continue to behave the way it will. As a magic action on my later turns, I may choose an effect. Okay. So as casting it, I can choose an effect, but I will leave it and essentially allow it to continue behaving the exact same way. But now I have control over everything within a 100-foot cube of where this ceremony is.
Mm-hmm. I would say, for the purposes of this, that is just the map.
Okay.
That way we're not
The map.
battling.
The map.
Mentally, I am ready to hit them with a tidal wave and fuck them up, or hit them with a whirlpool as soon as we're ready to go.
Also, what does the keeper look like?
As I stated before, they are a small halfling man.
Small halfling.
They seem to have bone and scrimshaw all over themselves. They're wearing heavy leathers and stuff as they're sitting here in the pools. They have 2 short swords.
Okay.
One dipped into the water. The other one they keep up and out of it.
Fair. Okay. Sorry, I just...
You're fine. From your perch there, it literally looks like the sword that he's putting into the water seems to be bleeding itself.
Sure. Okay.
An ever-present bloody sword or whatever. And then I will push. I'll try to get my back against the pillar that Kex is standing on so I can see a better line of sight the direction my friends went.
5, 10, 15, 20,
One more.
I'm ready to go.
25.
All right.
Go off, Queen.
I'm in position. I have control of the waters, and I am not too far from where Kex is.
You good feline.
It's not my turn.
I know, but when it is your turn, I'm saying, to get in.
Yeah, I'll play my character.
If possible, I'll start trying to prevent any of the corruption or bleeding that's being stabbed into from... Like, I'll have it settle straight down instead of continuing to flow out of this place.
You can do that. Kex, you notice as they slam into him, the blood stops flowing like it should. And the matron immediately takes notice of this, but they do not know why. They kind of like quirk an eyebrow, then harder this time, thinking that must be the issue.
stop something. They're getting agitated.
Focusing on the body. Blow, bash, and a kiss.
He's going to
Oldest
just
fashioned.
right up on there.
20.
Let's see. The Nagpo will look over and they will kind of say something to their keeper. It is in a kind of like low grunting tongue. It would be like a pigeon of abyssal.
Is it within earshot of me or Kex?
I don't have good with languages. It's just reading stuff that I'm good with.
It'd be within earshot of you.
Can I use my feature to hear and understand it, or is it just written stuff? I forget which one it was.
Is it comprehend languages?
I believe so, yeah.
And did I specify that it is without components or not?
It is part of a feature, so I don't know.
Sometimes it allows you to cast the spell. The feature will allow you to cast a spell, or sometimes it will give you effect as if it is a spell. Which are
It's not under my spell list, but it's under my feature. So let me check here. God, where is it? Sorry.
You're all good.
Actually, I'm not.
It's important
seeing it.
stuff.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, because I
It should be under piety.
because I think it's my vampiric touch stuff is innate, but my bless and
You can
magic
You
is.
can cast comprehend languages with this trait requiring no material component.
There you go.
There you go.
So when it comes to your turn, 100%, you can just do that.
Okay.
And it's a little bit timey-wimey here. I'll tell you what they say when it comes to that point.
Okay.
That will bring it back to that was Simon.
Sucks that there's nobody for him to untie.
Still might be able to just drag him.
Maybe Badger could.
There. You will see the halfling man kind of grunts and nods as he's going to start looping around this way towards the left of Cax currently.
Okay.
So he's going around to the opposite side.
Is he keeping his sword in the water?
See a small ripple following out, but yeah. Sticks.
Say his eye twitching as the sword gets dragged through the water now.
So I am
Invisible.
so. How tall is the ceiling?
Where you're at, it's roughly 20 feet. And then it gets taller the further in you go.
I'm gonna fly up to the left.
How far up are you going?
Yeah, I mean, if I could use my full movement, I just want to see where. And then how far up? 10, 15.
There we go. That's one next one. Boom, boom. 15. So it's 15 up, 15 to the side.
And then I'll use my action to get the rest of my movement up that way.
All right. Continuing to go diagonal up.
Actually, no, just straight. Like, so however, 15, I'm 15 up, so just go 30 up and try and get around that pillar.
Ba-bum.
So you're trying to get 30 additional height, or
No.
you're trying to move 30 forward?
30, like,
You're currently 15 up. You want to go 30 forward. now.
correct. Yeah.
10, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. And then it'll be my turn.
Hell yeah. All right, Alyssa, as it comes to your turn and you cast.
I actually wanted to change my mind here. I didn't realize that it was going to be a full cast. I'd like to move up closer to where, like,
Bastion.
yeah, kind of where Bastion is.
25, 30.
Okay, what can I see? So I can see the person there.
That appears to be the Minotaur woman that they've been talking about. She's half submerged into the water.
Is she?
And every once in a while, you can just see a flash of a ceremonial dagger slamming into her chest.
That's what got me confused. My bad.
Is she considered a creature, or is she considered a corpse?
You don't know?
Okay. I'm in range for vortex warp. I'm not sure if she's actually alive,
I am ready to spring, so
but I can warp her out, and then we can tidal wave and strike.
I think do that.
do what you feel like's best.
Okay, right now. Okay.
Sure. Send it.
Unless anybody says no quickly, then I'm just going to cast vortex warp and see if it works.
All right. Well, I think we're going to end the session here as we need to take a break. Then we'll pick back up here in a moment.
I'm so hungry.
Yep.
I could hear like several different stomach rumblings.
Yeah.
Calling dibs on the bathroom, and then I'm going to go to Nick's Jr. and pick up a Euro.
Ooh.
Remember, no sauce.
I am Euro with no sauce. Yeah.
Thank you guys very much for watching. If you are watching this as it comes out on YouTube, then this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll be doing a charity stream for Extra Life. It'll be 12 hours Friday, 12 hours Saturday, and our normal game here on Sunday. We'd really love if you come out. Go join our Discord, see if there are any slots left open. It's $20 per chair. That's how we are raising money for Extra Life as it is. So we would love to see you there. It'd be awesome. With that, if you're not already following, guess what? We hit 300 followers. If you're not subscribed or following on all the stuffs, you should be. We'd really, really appreciate it, you know? And with that, if you're watching us live, we'll see you back here in a little bit. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, we'll see you here in a day or so.